A Hero Story, episode 231. I'm back, bitches.
Oh my
What
god.
the
He
fuck?
got a
Are you
Zoa.
out of your mind?
He got one.
Woo!
Is that your
All
first
right,
one you
let's do
drank?
this.
Is that your first Zoa?
That is my first Zoa. I bought it early this week. As I was escaping out of the
This
Phantom
week.
Zone, the Quantum
Negative
Realm,
zone? Quantum realm.
the
there we
negative
go.
zone. I said, "Is that a Zoa?" And then I grabbed it. The Rock flew me out. Dream On started playing, and here I am. I
Hell
just
yeah.
spilled a lot of it on my computer opening that, but it was worth it. Welcome
That
to A
was
Hero
like
Story.
your
231.
genuine reaction of just like.
Nice.
It's like
I'm
that Shannon
offended.
Sharp clip where he takes the sip of the Mountain Dew and he's just like, "Whoa."
Oh, should I
Yeah.
go get one?
It's literally or
Wow.
like Hammy in Over the Hedge when he takes a sip of the soda.
Or
And he can
correct.
move
The
faster than
original
time.
speedster who walked
exactly.
so that the Flash
Three
could run.
dreams of
I can't believe
me.
Hunter's about to go grab a Zoa. Welcome
Should we
to A Hero
address
Story.
the visual differences in our host this week? I mean,
I don't.
Harper looks like a
fucking.
fucking nerd.
He looks like Paul from
He
Spider-Man.
looks like Paul from
Boyfriend,
he looks
if
like
you
Paul
don't
from
know who that is.
Spider-Man. He looks like the Riddler. He looks like Jeffrey Dahmer. Let's get it all out of the way.
Oh, Dahmer. I
Yeah,
can see
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would not watch a
Um,
movie with him.
And then Hunter, when he comes back, I mean, he just looks
What did he do to his
hilarious.
hair?
I don't
He
know
looks-
what he
He
did.
looks like a middle-aged woman that like aggressively comments on Facebook. That's what he
You,
looks
you
like.
do. We're talking about your haircut, Hunter. You look like a Karen,
Do I?
a little bit.
Little bit, even with the stash.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely with the stash.
You haven't seen the
Probably look
Karens
worse.
in the
I'm trying to picture
Midwest
it without the
of
stash. It would probably look worse, but oh god.
I
What
think
do
it
when
do?
you
would look
smile,
worse.
when you smile and when you talk, it's not that bad. But if you just have a bland face, yeah, no, that.
Stay away from children.
I feel like Tyler and I are the only ones who kind of keep it like the same episode to episode.
Well, I did
Well,
get a
JD, you've-
haircut, but like nobody would be
Yeah.
able to notice. So
The
JD's
fade
kept
looks
it
good,
real
though.
since 2017. He's just always, you know.
And I'm gonna rock it out
sweet-
till 2097. I'm just till I die.
as if you make it to 2097.
2090.
You don't think I can make it?
97.
You don't think I can make it to 98 years old?
I remember when I was
No.
a
You can.
kid and
I
I
actually
heard
think
about
JD
Spider-Man. I heard about Spider-Man
No.
2099, and I told my dad, I was like, "We'll be around then, right?" He was like, "Ugh." He's like, "I don't know about
It's the Magic
weed."
Johnson Club. I'm not gonna be there.
Yeah,
I guess speaking of,
This is
Harper,
not
you
bad, by the
mentioned
way. I thought this was gonna taste like
2017.
shit. It's not bad.
Yes, see, right? What
So,
flavor is that?
Super berry.
That's
Nice
American
healthy
exclusive. I'm jealous. I
You
don't
know,
get
I
that.
got-
Is
I
it
got that-
Ameri-
I got
You know
that
that. Why-
exclusive.
Yeah,
Why do you know that?
because there's only 3 flavors in Canada. I've been
He's a
hunting the
Zoa
others.
collector. He's got the Infinity Gauntlet of Zoas, and he's
Yeah.
That's
What
he
are the
channels through
flavors?
the rock.
Maple, racism, and animal abuse.
Well, you know
Wow.
those people that get they get the world map tattooed, and then when they visit a country, they get it filled in. I have the Zoa
No,
logo, and I fill
I've
in.
never heard
I've
of that.
never heard of
You got
that in my
different color.
life. Yeah. No.
But that is
Who has
pretty good,
ever
though.
done that? The world map.
Yeah, that sounds dumb.
You never seen that?
The
No.
entire world map on their on their back?
Yeah, or like their arm or something like.
Doesn't
you don't have to
Ben
make
Affleck
it
have that
big.
tattoo?
Harper, the size of the world.
No.
I got
How do you fit
six,
the whole world onto one tattoo? That don't make any sense.
I got 6 comics this week.
I
I
got
got
3
7.
actually. Look at me. I haven't
Hunter
bought
got-
a comic book in a
I
long
got-
time.
30,000.
As someone in Germany would say if someone rear ends them, 9.
Is that what they would say if someone
I don't
rear
think
ends
they
them?
would
They
say
wouldn't just
that.
say
Maybe
like
you coulda,
fuck.
Yeah.
but like 9 because
They don't go like no.
Yeah.
Harper's the one would have liked
There's
that
just
joke.
there's one German
think he
listener
liked
of Hero
it.
Story that's just like, yes,
Yes.
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 He's listening in the car and just gets rear-ended. Just
Oh, jeez.
No.
We've caused enough car accidents.
That's true.
we have. Yeah. We all got a lot of comics. Some of them we all read. Some of them we didn't. Harper froze as Paul.
You did. Oh,
There
he's
we go.
alive.
Show off what you got
Yeah,
this week,
that's-
Hunter.
I got the Avengers by
Yeah.
Jed McKay,
Time.
which is our big one.
did.
That's our big one. I got Guardians of the Galaxy #2, which Tyler also got. I got Captain America #12. I got Hulk Annual #1.
Definitely didn't get that.
Miles Morales #6. This cover is really cool, even though it's like a Carnage cover. It was
Eric-
It's
It
like
reminds
that
me of that
cover when the
cover-
Joker. Yeah,
Yeah, that one.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
the
say
Joker-
the
Barbara.
Joker Batgirl
Is it an
one. Yeah.
homage?
Yeah.
Oh, it
Looks
might
like
be.
it.
It might be.
Did you
yeah.
not get Superman?
I also got Superman. I also got Fantastic Four #700. I got World's Finest #15, I
Did
think.
you get Titans?
I did
You
not
didn't.
get Titans.
You suck, dude. You're the worst.
I got so
I got
oh,
Titans.
my pull list is so big, but I'm gonna read the Incredible Hulk annual.
JD,
Fucking
did you
asshole?
JD, did you read Titans and be excited?
Get into
Counterpoint.
it, right?
Counterpoint.
Like-
Counterpoint.
Oh,
Linda
no, he's
Park
gonna-
is on page 2. So
That's true.
Yes. Okay. Yes, that's
There's also
true.
another
but,
character.
That-
in
that's
but
one
Wally
relationship
West
that-
is also.
Listen here, Paul. That's one relationship you can't break up.
You never know.
Okay.
You never know.
That would
Canonically,
be
my
so
dick
good.
was
Okay,
Imagine
on.
well,
Paul
I-
travel to the DC.
I might pick up Titans tomorrow if you guys all praise it a lot, but I don't know. It made JD happy, but that's because there was a character that I don't care for on the second
shaking
page.
his head.
Oh,
We'll get into it.
We'll get into
Yeah,
it.
we'll get to the
We'll-
crutch of the story.
do news
It's very
first.
original.
I
Well-
feel like the Zoa like flowing through my veins right now. I'm feeling good.
right? Give it 30
Feel
minutes.
very,
You'll want to run. You'll want to go for a run.
I say we do new. I say we change it up. I say we do news. We do comics, and then I want to talk about a Flash related thing in the last third. If you
Ooh.
guys would
Flash
be
movie
interested.
or
Well, Flash general, but Flash movie is included in it. Yes,
No TV series.
Interesting.
TV series.
Well, what's the
potentially.
news? What do we have for this
Yeah,
week?
we'll
What
get to the news
Oh,
first.
God,
But
I just
first,
remembered
should
what
we
were gonna talk
should we
about.
hype up? Should we hype up the audience and everything? I know JD has a big surprise for us all because next week is actually Hero Story's 5th anniversary.
Is
Is it really?
Is it
Yeah.
really? What?
Yeah.
Holy, we've been
Wow.
doing this 5 fucking years, huh?
Yeah, yeah. So
I'll
next
drink to
week,
that. I'll salute.
I mean, next week's
Um,
episode will be like the 5th anniversary was the 29th, which is, I guess,
I can
a little
remember when
more
we
than a
did the
week.
first episode. I had a notebook and I was taking notes on each comic, and they were like shitty notes, but it was like Doomsday Clock, The Man of Steel by Brian Michael Bendis,
2018, yeah.
maybe like a Tom King Batman.
That's when I started my account too.
Yeah,
yeah, that's
Damn.
what I mean
Five
thinking because you're
fucking
posting
years.
those
Huh?
5
I mean,
years.
I would have never thought we would have keep doing this. So huh.
For 5 years. I mean, we'll be here
JD
for like
thought we'd
another...
do 5
20.
episodes.
I thought we'd do
That's
5 minutes of an episode and be like, this is fucking stupid.
That's it. But yeah, we have. Do we have a big plan?
No.
No. Okay.
Maybe?
well,
Who
Maybe.
knows?
I mean,
yeah.
we might have some things in the works, but
Maybe.
I mean, it's
Some
not gonna
things
be
are
next week.
definitely in the
It's not going to be
works.
next week though.
I've talked to comic creators, and I'm actually, for some reason, Chip Zdarsky's visiting my local comic store tomorrow.
Visiting my house right
So-
now.
Wait, is he really?
Yeah, so I'm going to go meet him. Or Saturday, sorry, Saturday. So
And you're gonna
Tomorrow
pull
for
a
the
club on him
listeners.
and be like, go on the fucking shelf. You know what's good for you.
yeah, I will. I'll have my seal.
Listen, your name
Nice.
your name is Hunter Murray. His real name is Steve Murray. Use that connection.
Oh,
It's true.
Steve
okay.
Murray. That's your uncle.
All right, I'll have to tell him that. I'll have to try to convince him that it's
Tell
true.
him that your other uncle Bill Murray told you gave you some set advice. So you know,
Some what?
set
some-
advice. You know how to behave on set.
Oh, set. Right, set. Yep.
Sorry, I can't speak English. I got so much Zoa flowing through me.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What are you gonna? Are you bringing Daredevil issues to get
Yeah,
signed?
Daredevil
or-
number 1 is first Batman issue, the last Batman issue, because that was like issue 900 or something like that. So
When I
Just
meet
add-
him, I have to get him to
Bert-
sign Howard the Duck. Like that's like a
you
that's
have
a
that?
bucket list thing. Yeah, I have that. I have the when he wrote Howard the Duck. I just think
I
it'd be
actually kind
funny.
of want to read it, but I think I'm gonna hate it.
Well, yeah, it's not great, but I just think it would be funny because he would just be like, "Oh my god." I didn't know. When was the last time somebody, made him sign Howard
Right,
the
everyone
Duck?
comes up to him with Daredevil and Batman stuff, and you're like, "Can you sign my Howard the Duck?"
I'll bring him Howard and I'll bring him Star Lord.
Yeah, he was actually very proud of that Star Lord. Like whenever he
I
talks
like
It's a
about
good
in
book.
interviews.
It's
I
a good
really
book.
liked it.
And it got
yeah.
canceled so quick.
After
Yeah.
he wrote issue 2, he found out that it was canceled. Which was pretty brutal. But no, it's really good. Like I'll have to ask him some things. He said like Edmonton, which is where I'm from, they did like you had to buy a
Really?
ticket to get it, or you had to order like a spot in line, but then he's just like, I don't know why they did that, so I'm just gonna stay until there's no one left and I'll sign unlimited books for free. So,
Did
like,
you
that's
order a
really
spot
cool.
in line like before that?
No,
or-
I didn't know you
JD,
had to
I'm
do
sorry.
that.
I'm sorry to interrupt. JD, are you
I am.
JD? Are you purposefully putting your eyebrow up? Okay, you
It's
are.
the
Okay.
Zoa.
I was
It's the
just
Zoa.
looking.
No,
He just keeps looking like this the whole time, and I'm like, is that a side effect?
It truly
of
is the
the
zone. No,
fucking
sometimes I
drink?
do it like not paying attention. I start zoning out. I start thinking.
Well,
of
you did
things.
drink Zoa. That is the Rock's beverage, isn't it?
Mhm,
The,
yeah.
the people's
We're
eyebrow.
sponsored by Zoa. We finally
Yeah.
got a sponsor on the show.
Yeah, and it's just us paying for 2 of us paying for a can of Zoa.
I think I paid $4 for that can, but I had
Oh
to have
my
it. I was like,
God.
I need to buy it.
$4, dude. That was the
It's
same
like 20
price
bucks here
as,
for
like
It's
this
not about the money;
Guardians
it's about the
issue.
message, Tyler.
yeah.
It's about sending a message.
I'm the Joker. But yeah, anyways, we'll jump into the news now that we got over the 5-year thing, which maybe we'll do something. I don't know. For starting with Marvel news, Loki and Echo got release dates. Echo's coming out all at once, while Loki's still going to be weekly. Is that
That's
a good
interesting.
sign or a bad sign?
I don't know how that could be either way. I feel like that's just a weird thing, right?
Yeah,
It's
after
just
they
a thing.
Unless I don't know. That is weird though.
Mhm.
Like, and they're like, so how long is Loki? 6 episodes. When does Loki start?
Loki starts October 6th and Echo starts November 29th.
It's like the next week after Loki ends.
Yeah.
All of Echo comes out. That's so weird. That
Yeah.
is weird, actually.
I feel
now that
like
I
they
think
were
about that.
kind of doing that. Like, oh, Moon Knight ends, and then the next day, Multiverse of Madness comes out. So
Is
they
that-
were kind of doing that.
Do you want
Yeah.
my opinion?
Yeah,
I
Sure.
mean, this is a podcast. so-
My
no,
opinion.
we don't want your opinion.
My opinion is this. I think Marvel went, are people going to come back week to week for
You're
Echo?
gonna what?
Mm,
God damn it.
actually,
Sorry,
That's true,
I
actually.
missed doing that the last few weeks.
I also
I think you're right, Harper.
it's interesting. Yeah, I also wonder how long has it been? Was the last Disney Plus show really She-Hulk?
Yep.
It'll have been over a year.
Well, Secret
Since-
Invasion starts
Oh, right. I forgot about Secret Invasion.
in like
Okay.
a month or something like that.
It's weird though. It is odd that they would drop all of Echo at once. I wonder if there's anything that's going to happen to that show, like that's going to be spoiled or something. I don't know.
Well,
'Cause I don't know-
probably,
Apparently,
'cause
Charlie
Daredevil's
Cox is only in
gonna-
one episode. Yeah.
Well, people just watch that episode then.
Yeah.
Oh, probably because if
Yeah.
She-Hulk dropped at once, people would just skip to that one.
Watch the Daredevil episode. Yeah.
I would probably do that, honestly. But I think like Echo's not a character that's like necessarily very popular. She doesn't have any comic series really. She's had a mini series, and I think that's it. And
Yeah.
even
You
she
say
has a
that, but I've got
miniseries coming
10
out now.
Echo Hot Toys. So really
You
wrong. aren't
also have like how many? You have like 5 Iron Man. You have 7 ones of JD, which is custom
2,
made.
3,
and,
four,
And these are
five,
all
6,
characters
Wait,
of
you
the same
have a-
popularity.
You have a hot toy.
I
of
have
me?
8 Iron Mans.
and JDs.
You have a hot toy of
How
me?
many?
Is
Yeah,
he
how many
holding a
JDs you
Zoica?
have?
JD, I actually do. Funny you say that. I actually
I'm
do
scared.
have you right
I'm scared what
here.
you're about to pull out.
Reverse
Someone say
flash.
on the reverse.
It's the same
Yeah.
haircut.
It was,
yeah,
it, was,
it
it was
is-
me, Harper. I'm the one that made you look like Paul.
What do you guys prefer?
Oh
like
man.
weekly or all at once? Really?
No, all at once. All at once.
I say this as someone who doesn't actually watch like any of the Marvel Disney shows, but all
You watched WandaVision and
This
that
one-
was
I-
it?
This one doesn't-
used to.
I
I
don't
used
think
to
this would have the hype.
I was gonna say I used to enjoy the hype week to week, like
I do
WandaVision and
too.
Winter Soldier and whatnot. Those were fun, but like
Even
now
Mando.
it's
Did
just
they-
like every
has
week
there
it's
been
just
the hype,
someone
though?
going, "This
Like-
is the worst episode ever," and I'm just
like I
like,
feel like
"Oh,
part
is
of the
it
hype
really,
of
though?"
WandaVision was that it was during COVID. There was no
Yeah.
Marvel movies. Like
But it was.
so I get
but
the
it
hype
was
there.
still
Was there
fun,
ever
though.
hype after that? I don't ever remember feeling hype after
Loki,
that week to week.
It was hype because of the theories, which even though
Oh,
they
you're
weren't true in
saying-
the end, like oh, Doctor
You're saying for
Strange is
Disney Plus
coming.
shows in general, or
for
you're saying
Disney
for
Plus shows,
WandaVision?
like
Well,
other than
Loki had a lot of hype week to week. I thought, like at least, especially like unraveling the mystery of like, is it Kang? Is it yada yada? Going like,
Yeah.
Eliath is a Kang character, and blah blah blah. That was fun, but yeah, like
I think
She-Hulk.
Falcon and the Winter
Really
Soldier
did
too.
go-
every week
People
being
were
like, oh, is
really hyping
Mephisto
that
gonna
up.
finally appear? And
Yeah,
Ralph
apparently
Boner.
maybe he
Dude, that
still
was
will.
what great times.
It was
Yeah.
hype, but
Hunter's new
disappointing
haircut
in
kind of
the
makes
end.
him look like a guy named Ralph Boner. Like if he said his name was Ralph Boner, I'd be like, yeah, I can see that.
I'm
I
gonna
could- I
legally
could see
change
that.
it to that, so that I'm not
Nice.
associated with Bill.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I feel like that's less controversial there. But
Yeah.
Hunter Boner.
Hunter Boner, yeah.
I'm gonna ask if Chip will do it with me.
Hunter Boner. Oh my god, Hunter.
You're gonna
Cole
actually change your last
Boner.
name to Zadarsky so you can be like that?
Cole Boner.
It's BOH though, so it's
Uh-huh.
like it's a
Oh, Boner.
Oh.
Hunter.
yeah, exactly. So it's both a little different. But yeah, I think I prefer week to week. I do like the discussions and the hype, even if it's not good. I still enjoy talking.
I
about
think
it. don't
Secret Invasion will be
binge-
fun week to week. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
like going like, who's a scroll? This looks like it's a scroll, but maybe next week, I think that'll be fun. Maybe. I mean, I hope. I just hope these things become fun again and not annoying.
Mhm.
They're not as
Mm.
fun as they used to be excited for them, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. I don't binge TV shows, so I feel like I just
You're
get
too
all
busy. You're too busy
spoiled.
playing Zelda,
I
right?
don't
Yeah.
binge TV shows. Says the guy who plays
Yeah.
70 fucking hours of Zelda in like one
How many
day.
hours you got so
In
far?
one day, yeah. I think I'm at 17.
17. It's been a
Yeah.
week. All right. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
that's for if
That's-
you're a fan of something, I think that's fair. Harper,
Yes.
That's
Star Wars.
I think that's
in
not
2
bad.
days.
No,
No, I don't think that's bad
yeah,
either.
exactly. Yeah, no, but like, would you say 17 hours over a week?
Yeah.
It's been 5 days, but yeah.
So I think that's pretty good. You've like done a life gaming balance. You've probably come out the
I
other
mean,
end like, you
I'm
know.
Look at his
I work
haircut.
full time.
yeah.
Dude, do you know what I've fucking binged? I've binged fucking Jedi Survivor in 2 days, and
I thought you were saying I beat
irreparably
Shazam.
it irreparably damaged both my relationship and my vision. So like,
That's why
what did
you
it
gotta,
cost?
you've probably
you know,
done it the right way.
That's why it's like, it's Monday. I have to go to work.
Did you do it? Yes. What did it cost?
Yeah, what did it cost?
Everything.
Yeesh. Woo.
Oh, fuck.
God
What's the-
damn,
what's the-
baby.
What's the next bit of news?
There's Captain America 4 set photos that show Sam Wilson in a new suit. That's
Oh, yeah, and
basically the
also-
stealth suit.
WWE professional wrestler Seth Rollins.
This is
Who?
your thing.
Explain to
Tyler.
us.
Yeah.
Who Seth
Talk about
Rollins is?
Seth.
Explain that
God.
in comic terms.
So
Chris,
Seth.
what's
Oh, for
Seth?
comic terms, he's actually. I could actually do that. Let me think. I'm trying to think of a character that he's like, oh God, he might be like. I'm trying
Miss
to think of a guy
Marvel?
that really. No, yes, exactly. Actually, he really toiters the line. Sometimes he's a heel, sometimes he's a face, and people love him no matter what he is. And they'll sing his theme when he comes out, and they serenade him for like 20 minutes straight. I can't think of a character that really like that is, but that's the type of character he
Sinestro,
plays.
depending where you
Sinestro,
Sinestro.
no. Sinestro is actually that's perfect actually because he
Yeah.
is turned heel and face. No,
Wait,
no,
is
it's
this, is this
actually
a rare?
Oh.
Is this a rare Hunter W?
I don't
Sinestro
even
is
know
actually
this guy
a
is,
very
but yeah.
good example. Seth Rollins, he's always laughing at people. He's crazy. He's ridiculous, but he's a really good wrestler, and it's really surprising because next week he has a championship match. So to see him on the set of Captain America is just like what?
As a
I-
member of the fucking Serpent Society.
Serpent
or something,
Society, yeah,
right?
exactly. Like next week he's gonna fucking fight in Saudi Arabia for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, I
And,
didn't
this
realize.
week he's fighting not
Isn't-
Steve Rogers.
Isn't that funny
Sam
though
Wilson.
that like when they did that Marvel announcement day
So
in like
weird.
what 2015 or whatever, the joke
one?
was that Captain America 3 was Captain America Serpent
The
Society.
Serpent Society.
It was a
now
joke. That was
they're
like
doing the full-
official. Yeah.
yeah,
and now they're
and they
doing
were
it.
like- and now they're actually putting them in.
They're like,
there.
yeah,
It's
we
not
would
just-
never do that.
But
And
now
then,
they're
like,
putting
yeah.
it in the movie with the leader and General Ross and however many other
Yeah,
villains.
what is this
so-
movie going to be?
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
a new world order. I'll tell you that.
Well, maybe it's not though, because
Thanks.
did you see that the name might be changing? It was like a report.
What if it
that
actually
New
ends
World-
up being Captain America Serpent Society?
That
Would
would
you-
be.
Or they just go really lazy and they're like Captain America 4.
No,
Oh,
no,
that
Or
would be
or just
bad.
Captain America, because the first one's technically called the First Avenger.
Yeah, you
Just
can do that.
Captain America.
that'd be confusing.
or
I feel like.
Captain Cap. There we go. Cap. That's
Cap.
what it's called.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
Cappy.
it's like a Logan. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
him. It's his hand dipping
Called
down
Captain
and then
America.
Bucky's.
Captain America.
Wilson.
Symbol
Yeah,
of
it's
truth.
just called Sam.
Yes.
Sam. I am Sam.
or Wilson. Yeah.
Wilson.
That'd be good.
It works for
Mhm.
Logan, but I don't know if it works for anyone else. Clark,
Yeah,
the new Superman movie.
Clark Peter, the new Spider-Man.
The new Green Lantern movie. Hal.
Hal.
Yeah, Harold.
Highball Hal.
Oh, that's funny.
It somehow works for Logan, but that's about it. Okay, but yeah, the new cap suit kind
Logan.
of sucks. I hope they bring back the.
I feel like we haven't seen enough of it, but it does. From what we have seen, it does kind of suck.
yeah, just like the chest
It's-
stuff is what we see.
it's just the fucking it's the
It's a
Winter
stealth
Soldier
suit.
suit.
I just
for
hope they don't
Falcons.
do
Yeah.
everything they did for Steve Rogers for Sam Wilson. That would be so.
Oh,
annoying.
true. That's
You know,
true.
he
That
gets
is
a
true.
stealth
That is
suit.
very
If the
Yeah.
fucking shield is like blue as well, you know what I mean? He's got to be different. He's got to
Be
be
cool if
different
he had-
in ways that matter. He can't just have wings. he can't just have. You know what I mean?
What do you propose?
What do I propose? I don't know. Make a good movie. I hope.
Oh, when you put it that way, I mean,
They
Yeah, I
weren't
don't-
going to do that
how
before.
did they not?
but
How did they
now-
not think of that?
I don't know. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. I don't know what's happening over in Marvel. I don't know. What would I propose? I just think giving him a stealth suit is just like, is that a Captain America like thing? Or was it just that particular moment
Well,
in that
so
movie?
many
You know?
super-
Yeah, it
Heroes
was
in
that
general have
particular
a
moment in
stealth
that
suit.
movie.
I guess, but
Name-
it's
Name 30.
Kid Flash, Young Justice, Robin, Young
Uh,
Justice,
Wrong. Yeah, just the
Moon
entire Young
Knight.
Justice.
the entire Young
team.
Justice roster.
I don't know. I don't know what I propose, but I
What?
hope it's good.
Wait, remember when Moon Knight flew and Hunter was like, "That's like the comics."
It's not quite
Wait,
like
JD,
the
JD,
that
I've
I
got
read last
JD,
week.
I've got you, bro.
Thank you, Robert.
Actually, he doesn't. Yeah.
Man, I destroyed that TV that night.
You what? You what?
I
Damn, bro.
Okay, the Mortal
He was
Kombat 1's
mad.
trailer came out this week, and there's a moment
Today,
where
yeah.
there's a moment where like a guy gets ripped in
Just-
half. I did that to my TV. When Moon
Damn,
Knight
bro.
flew. Yeah.
Yeah.
Liu
How'd
Kang.
you do that, bro?
Yeah.
Real?
That's some hardcore shit, dude. My God. That's big if true.
Big gift.
Oh, Harper, I don't know why that was
Feel-
funny. Real?
It feels, yeah, like it was genuine. Well, it feels good to have the gang back together. I'm not gonna lie. This is nice.
The gang
JD's
back
been
together.
gone for a
Thanks,
while.
man.
Yeah. I went to get him from the quantum realm, and he wasn't even trying to get out. He was just having lunch with Bill Murray.
Oh my god!
Did you eat those little
That rem-
squiddy things? How'd that taste?
Did you
Bro,
guys
I watched
notice
Down
that
with
like
Zoe,
when
it
we
was
did the questions last week, the last person to get in a question, and it was after we recorded, was Tom, and he said, "Can you guys like explain where JD is?" And I was just like, "Tom, he's your son. Like you should know."
Just go
where the
I
ask
haven't
him.
fuck
seen him
your
in a
kid
while.
is." He's like, "Can
I
you guys
actually was
explain?"
missing.
Oh shit! Okay, it's a good movie.
I guess moving on with the news. Spider-Verse clips. There's like two
Oh, okay.
Spider-Verse clips that they
I'm
released.
so worried
They're
when
about
we
a
get
minute
to that
each.
piece.
I
of
didn't
it.
watch either of these because I just want to experience it.
Yeah, neither did I.
I
Thank you,
watched
Harper.
it.
I watched
and
the first
wow.
one. I watched the one where Peter and Gwen were swinging around, and the
Yeah.
animation is just.
Oh my god.
It's ridiculous, dude. It's absolutely unreal. Like the first
Yeah.
movie looked incredible, and this one they're just like, how about we
They
like
upped their
take it up a
game.
notch? You know, it's
You
ridiculous.
know what?
Yeah.
Give me 30 minutes and a Lego set, and I'll do wonders beyond your
Stop
imagination.
motion.
yeah. But you have all your hot toys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yep.
I think this movie.
Give me an
I mean,
iPhone 6S and half an hour, and I've got it.
obviously this movie is going to be like ridiculously good, but
Yeah.
it just
Mm.
looks so damn beautiful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the
That's actually
sun
crazy that you
setting,
say.
the sky's
Tyler,
pink.
you're just spot on. There is no reality where this movie is anything but great, and like I have no like I would put so
Yeah.
much money down that there's no way
That this
it
is
won't
going to be
like,
fantastic.
excellent.
I know, and it's the crazy thing is like obviously people are like superhero fatigue's always kicking in, but think about we just got Guardians 3, and that was arguably the best yada yada, and then we're gonna get Spider-Verse, which is arguably the best yada yada, and then everyone's saying that the Flash is the best movie ever.
Stephen King.
I don't know,
Ugh,
but
ugh,
yeah,
ugh.
I don't know. But anyway, but it's crazy that this movie's gonna be so good, and I hate to
Mhm.
be like.
No,
I'm
you're right.
so not excited to see it and then go like it was the best movie I've ever seen because like I just said that about Guardians 3, but I still believe that this could
You're
be
becoming
something
more and more Hunter every
ridiculous.
day.
Yeah.
I know. I
Well,
just
Spider-Verse is
yeah.
like probably my favorite movie ever made, and now we're getting the
Spider- well,
sequel.
I
It's
believe-
Spider-Verse unabashedly the best comic
JD,
book movie ever.
I don't have the glasses on today, but like I'm like the biggest rival of recency bias. Like whenever
Yeah.
Hunter's like, "This is the greatest thing of all time."
What do you
Oh my God,
mean? You're the
recency
biggest
bias
rival of anything fun.
You're the
Like,
biggest
it's
rival
not
of fun,
racist.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
No, but like I'm like totally against recency bias. I think you need to let things settle. Like even when you love it in theaters, give it a fucking minute. Think about it. But when I got out of the theater of Spider-Verse, I remember I made an Instagram story and I was like, that
Yeah,
might be the
seen that
best
video.
comic book movie of all time.
and
And
it
it
still
is.
is, right?
I
It
still stand
is.
by
Yeah,
it.
there's no way it
what
is.
was that?
Like,
5
it's-
years ago, I still fucking stand by it.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
do like the
My
idea
damn
that, like,
roommates didn't
things-
want to see it with me. Those
things
bastards.
JD are against, and it's like recency biased at the top. non-Italians making Italian food, and then like white supremacy is under both of those things.
And then women somewhere in between.
Yeah,
maybe a little higher than last. Yeah.
Well, JD, we got you to watch Puss in Boots: Last Wish recently, and you thought that was great.
Last
right?
That's wish.
That sounded weird, right?
For a
You
second.
would watch.
No, yeah, JD,
Got you
we
to
haven't
watch
spoken
Puss in
about
Boots:
it. It's
Last
been
Wish.
like so long. It's been like mad long since
Puss
you've been
in
on the
Boots,
podcast.
It's been a
Um,
while, so what do you
Puss in
think?
Boots 1 from 2011, Fox.
Okay.
Puss in
Great
Boots
movie.
2 from 2022,
Mhm.
Yes.
Fox even harder.
Yeah.
Right?
That
Dude,
animation-
that movie. I've seen it 3 times now. I
The
was like
animation
literally
of that is
yesterday.
also,
I was like, I'm gonna
wow.
watch it again.
The
but I
first one's
didn't end
really
up.
good though, Hunter. I don't know why you're fucking hating. Oh, it's from 2011. I can't. It's not recent.
I'm
enough
not
for me.
hating. I'm just
Yeah.
saying
The
because
fuck up.
I had my
Fuck
tumor at
off.
that time.
Yeah.
it was spawning in at that time. So dark.
Yeah.
Spawning in.
It was like,
That first
where we
movie's
landed,
fun.
boys?
Where we
That
live.
first movie's fun.
But no, like you watched the second one, and that second one, the animation was they even said the art
Spider-Verse.
style was inspired by
It
Spider-Verse.
changed
and-
everything, dude. I mean, even like,
Mhm.
I mean, you got to look at like this new Ninja Turtles movie. Even is Spider-Verse inspired and stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
just it changes
Well,
it changed
and that's the way to
animation.
go for animation. Yeah, I mean that like I look
Stylized.
at all animated movies differently now because of those two movies. Like
Yeah,
you can
exactly.
do
It's
so
like
much
there's a
better.
higher standard, you know.
Yeah.
And I think especially if Spider-Verse makes a lot of money, like Mario made a lot of money, but
A
it wasn't
billion.
like
A
it
billion.
wasn't like a crazy creative movie or
It's a
anything.
me,
But like if
Mario.
if Spider-Man makes a lot of money, if
It's
Spider-Verse
not
makes
the voice.
especially for an animated movie, it's
It was the voice.
movie they're gonna try so much harder and it's so exciting.
I
I
really
spent so
hope
much time
it does.
stomping Oompas.
Oompas.
I think it will make a lot of money. I don't think it'll.
They're
Will it make?
saying-
Will
I
it
don't
make
think
more
it'll
than the
be like
first one?
Yes, they're
Yes.
saying that the projections look like it might even have like the biggest from the first
Opening.
movie to second movie, like
Oh,
opening
jump,
weekend
sequel
difference.
jump?
Yeah, sequel
Oh,
jump or
okay.
something like that.
Wait, Tyler. You haven't paused at all this whole episode. What have you changed?
I
His wife-
actually-
he's in a different
Clearly.
location.
Yeah, I'm in my home now finally.
He was in the homeless
Are you-
shelter before this.
Are you
I
gonna get
was,
that
yes.
Star Lord?
I was at
That
Feast.
Star Lord hot toy. Are you gonna get
Now I'm
that?
thinking about it, man. I'm
It's
thinking about
fuck-
it.
it's the
Especially
best
the
one.
rocket. Oh,
Oh, I'm about to come.
You know,
But yeah,
it's been,
like-
it's been what, like 20, 25 minutes on this podcast. We still haven't talked about Amazing Spider-Man. Number
No,
26.
we'll get there.
is
for
that the
sure.
next piece of news?
Come on, Tyler's villain origin story. I want to see him erupt.
It's not. I'm saving that for the.
Oh no!
Wait, knock her over real quick. What would
Well, when
Ethan
we
Van
get to
Sciver
it,
do
when
with
we
that
get
toy?
to it.
When we get to
Oh,
it, yeah. when
I
we
don't
get
even
to
want
it.
to know.
Real quick though, like for Spider-Verse, like I do think it will make a big jump. The first one didn't make that much money, but it was also it won an Oscar right after, and then it was on
Yeah.
Netflix, which helped a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It-
exactly.
it built
it's
an
well known. People
audience.
know that movie's incredible. Like I've never
Mhm.
met anyone who doesn't think that movie's amazing.
Correct.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone
Even me,
likes it,
even
so-
me, the biggest hater.
Yeah.
Exactly.
JD, I really hope you see it like Ray as it comes
God,
out.
I
the
would love for
sequel
you
so
to
we
hate
can
it
talk
too.
about
That'd
it.
be so funny, JD. If you hated it, the new one.
If I
It
hated
was
the
too much
sequel,
fun. Yeah.
I don't think.
It would
everything- I mean, I've only watched like 1 or 2 trailers, but I think I'm gonna love it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
gonna be
mean,
so
it,
good.
it looks.
There's
so
no
good.
reason it won't be good.
Peter's
Yeah,
a dad
again.
too. Yeah. Okay, I guess moving on. Superman Legacy is there's a lot of rumored casting right now, like people are in the talks. And James Gunn said all that he could say is like the suit is complete now. So people auditioning are
Did he say
being-
that?
Yeah, he did say that. And I think it was a
Didn't see that.
Deadline interview. No, I'm kidding.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
I'm
whoa,
kidding,
whoa,
I'm
whoa,
kidding.
whoa. Did you find that on
Something
Twitter?
feels a bit
He
fucking
said,
off.
he said like they started off like for pre-production with making the suits and everything, and now that's complete. So now it's on to casting. So the casting's officially started.
Why would you make a suit before you cast the actor? How will you know it's going to fit them right?
Well,
Well, like,
you
they've
could adjust
designed it.
It's
The
like for
design
screen
is-
tests.
Yeah.
Is it just a screen? Is it like when
Probably, yeah.
what Henry Cavill
Cavill.
did that old school
The
one? Yeah.
Reeves.
He was in, but Henry Cavill was in the Christopher Reeve suit.
Okay, no one asked. It's gonna be that fucking. It's
Literally
gonna be that
asked.
fucking
He
guy.
asked-
And I mean,
he
I
asked,
can't
was it
talk because
the old
I've got
suit?
bad
He said-
eyes now. But the
Yeah.
the
So
guy,
here's the thing,
guy,
though. Again on this fucking podcast, I've said a thing and it has come true. And Harper
Tyler-
said specifically
Tyler-
that it
Why don't you
wouldn't
say
happen.
that? Why don't you say that you're gonna get some bitches then? Huh?
Tyler,
Ask Harper
That's
why
a good
You
point.
cannot,
That's
you
last week.
cannot fucking call this one. The entire internet was.
I
saying
know,
it's
and I
be
wasn't
this
gonna
guy.
say it.
Like,
I didn't even. I wasn't even gonna say that I specifically called it. I was just saying that every time I've said a thing, and then you've gone, nah, no way. It's fucking
I didn't
happened,
say-
bro.
I didn't say
Yes,
no.
you
No way.
did. You fuck, bro.
I said his
Oh my
eyes were
God,
fucked.
You go
and I-
back and you're
no,
like,
I said his eyes were
fucking-
fucked.
It's gonna be that guy. It's gonna be
No.
fucking that guy.
Yeah, no.
It's
no.
gonna be what that guy?
It's not
He's got
gonna
what?
be
I
because
don't think he has to
he's
do
got
that.
bug eyes. He's got bug
David
eyes. It's not gonna be
Corn
him.
Sweat.
He's got
Also,
bug eyes.
Lois Lane
that his name?
castings. That is his name. Bug Eyes. Yeah. Samara Weaving. Who else is there?
It's
Emma
yeah.
McKay.
Oh,
Yes.
for Lois?
Yes. No, for Superman. Yeah.
Superman, you
Lois.
fucking idiots! Like,
No,
come
I
on.
thought because there's like
First we had the
three-
female thing, now we got female Superman. This is bullshit.
I would love if they did cast Superman as a female, even though they're making Supergirl. That would be so funny.
Oh my
my
god,
villain
that
origin
would be-
story.
Yeah, the main person being eyed for Superman right now is David Cornsweet.
Yeah.
I think that's how you pronounce his name.
So even the
Yeah, I
name
pronounce
is just off. Nah, just.
But he
bad.
looks exactly like Superman. I know people have
Tyler,
been
do
saying
you-
this for years, but he looks
Tyler, do your
exactly
best
Looks
like
like
impression
Henry
of him.
Cavill, like a younger Henry Cavill.
was my best impression of it.
He does, yeah, he does just look like a young Henry. Like absolutely.
I think he just looks like Superman. Like I think he looks like
He
Superman.
looks
from
like
the
a
comic
mix of like
books.
Tom Welling,
Yeah,
Henry
and Brandon
Cavill.
Routh is in there too.
Yeah,
He's just
for
all of
sure,
them
yeah.
together.
Like if you put them on like a face app and it combined into one person, I could see that.
I
Like,
think I don't even remember where I first saw him. It was probably that show Hollywood on Netflix. And the first time I saw him, I was like, "Whoa, that guy looks like Superman."
So, the other person up
And then
for
the
role
second thing
is
was,
actually
oh, where's he looking?
Ni-
Why on the other one?
Nicholas Holt is up for the role as well.
Lex.
As-
He's also
That's
as
Superman.
Lex, right? But apparently he
Yeah.
auditioned for Superman.
It might be one of them like
that's how,
Tom
sometimes it
Hiddleston.
goes though.
Tom
Yeah,
Hiddleston,
it sounds like
yeah,
them Tom
it is
Hiddleston,
like that.
yeah, auditioning for
As
Thor and getting
Thor,
Loki.
yeah.
Did you
Nick
actually know
Holt,
that?
Nick Holt as Lex Luthor sounds really interesting.
I
I think
like
that's
it.
cool. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. I like
Yeah,
it.
I think
How
that
old is he?
works.
He's like what, 30 something, right?
He's
So he's older.
13, which is crazy considering how
13 going
yeah,
on
he
30.
looked.
Yeah,
looks like
he
a
played
grown-ass
Beast like
man
10
at first,
years
but-
ago.
Listen,
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
the
yeah,
best
he was
Lex
a- he was
Luthor
a
is still
toddler.
Smallville. It still has not been topped, and I'm waiting for it to be.
What is-
surpassed?
Yeah, no, that's true. That actually is
JD,
true.
don't you love
It's not- and it's not even close.
don't you
It's not even
love
close. It's not even close.
First Class?
I do love X Men.
I do too.
That's
Is
my
it
favorite X Men.
me?
And that's what do you mean?
He's-
What do you-
He's 33 years old.
JD, they've conveniently forgotten that I think that's the best X-Men movie, haven't they?
Yeah, they do.
I know JD specifically likes it. It's a fun
First
thing.
Class
JD
is
doesn't
better
like a
than
lot of
Logan.
things.
I
First
think
Class is better than Logan.
I don't really, here's a hot take, I guess. I
Correct.
don't
Said it.
really
Correct.
care
That's
for
100%
First
correct.
Class. I think First Class is
Shut
fine.
the fuck up. No, I mean,
I think
no,
that's
it's
nah.
probably valid
Nope.
if you're a comic X-Men fan, but as a non-comic X-Men
Like
fan,
me.
I could eat
I
that
think
shit
it's
up.
fine. I just,
I think
remember
you're
when they
fine. I think
like,
you're fine. I think you're fine. All right.
Thanks. Thank you.
it's
Ooh,
JD.
Thank
It's in
you.
JD's top
That
5.
haircut,
right?
I think you look fine.
I think
for
no,
comics?
it's just like remember when they're like Darwin's powers, he can't be killed, and then they
Oh,
just
yeah,
put a
that-
bomb in his
People,
mouth.
people
Okay.
always post that video on Instagram, like,
No,
of,
I
like
know, it's
racially
funny.
motivated. Obviously, that's what the fucking
Yeah,
line was.
I love
Like,
that when
No, I
people
people
know.
go,
act like
"Oh,
there's
that's
no
right."
nuance to fucking dialogue in films.
Yeah, who's that?
It's
Was
so
that Kevin
funny that
Bacon?
that's literally
What
the
is Emma
point of the
Frost doing
scene
in
and
that
the point
movie?
of the dialogue.
What's Emma
looking
Frost
hot.
doing in that movie? Yeah,
Yeah,
for
looking
no
like a
reason,
babe.
but she's
Isn't
like
that what she
doing
does in
nothing.
comics? That's how they sell like her and Iron Man or something.
But she's a good character though in the
Is
comics.
she? Is she? White
Yes.
dress. Steve Rogers literally called her mommy, and they sold comics based on that. You're gonna tell
Yeah,
me that
they're
there's-
geniuses because they know what people want to read.
I
He's just
started
like me,
reading
for
X
real.
Men.
Like, well,
I've
sometimes
read
they know
like
what people wanna
200
read.
issues of X Men in the past few
I don't
months.
think you have. Prove it. Name every
Um,
single X-Men issue you've ever read. Go ahead.
All right. And Uncanny
X-Men
X Men
number
from
one.
one night. But as someone who started getting an X Men, she's all right. I don't.
as someone who started getting an X-Men,
Oh.
shut the fuck up.
Well, First
Anybody
Class
else
is
hate
like in
Hunter
your top
sometimes?
5 comic book movies, right?
First Class is top 5 for me.
Mhm. Top
Isn't
three?
Batman
Sorry,
v Superman
Hunter
in that
top
top five?
Is what else in that top 5?
Isn't BVS in that top five?
No.
I feel like you said that once.
I feel like you said that you were gonna get some bitches once, but here we are on a
What
podcast
is
on
this?
Thursday night.
What is going on?
He got really angry when he brought up that
JD
first
is
class
coming
was
with
good.
venom.
I'm
It's the
what
Zoa.
English mentions?
No, no.
What?
You
He
know
said
when
venom.
Robert Pattinson is getting the shit kicked out of him and he just hits the ejector things on his legs. JD has hit like
Yeah.
6 of those and then come on the show. Just,
That's what this was.
It's
That's
the
what this
Zoa.
Oh,
was.
it is. It totally is.
the
Zoa.
Yeah. It
Did
makes
you finish
Hunter a
it?
total fucking pussy when he drinks one of these.
Wait.
But me, I mean, it drives me
Well,
up.
because he's got.
JD, did
I
you
was gonna
finish
say
it?
because he's got the pink one.
I
but-
finished it, pal. I finished it. I'm ready for a second one.
Bro,
JD's turned into like
you're
a
supposed
hardcore,
to
like,
like an hour to drink.
Midwest
JD, you gotta on your head.
You're
I'm
You gotta get-
scared that it's gonna hurt my hair.
You're supposed to sip it over
Oh,
an
and
hour
Hunter's the
and then
pussy.
go.
Hunter is a pussy. All right, let's get this out in the open. All right.
the
Hunter
whole
is like
thing-
terrified of conflict. Like if you ask Hunter something, he's terrified to say no. He has to send it to me, right? He's mom, I'm dad. I'll fucking say no.
You know,
This
like
is
you know
like-
when you see like 3 like taller kids like throwing a ball over the little one, the little one's like, no, I want it. And they're playing keepers off. That's literally Hunter right now. He can't get a word in.
I'm trying so hard.
We
I'm trying
don't
to be
care.
calm
Anyway,
here.
so Kamala
Yeah, anyway.
Khan in Spider-Man issue 26.
Well, I'm trying to be calm here, but they say like Zoa, you should sip it over an hour and then go for a workout after. JD drank it in like 10 minutes, and
Less
this is
than 10
and
minutes,
look what
bro.
he's
This shit's been
become.
done for like a while. Where does it say? It doesn't say here anywhere to drink it over an hour. The fuck?
No, the
The
Rock would
fuck?
talk about that.
The Rock.
Rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're disobeying.
You're gonna
Dream
believe
on,
anything
order.
The Rock
Dream
says, bro.
on.
Okay, anyways, yeah, we'll get into it. There's a new Daredevil creative team.
Right. It's a good team.
Ahmed.
Saladin Ahmed and Aaron Cooter. It's a great team, actually.
He wrote Miles
I-
Morales.
Yes, and Black Bolt, and other things. I'm sure. I don't remember. I can't really think of anything.
Probably.
Yeah, probably written other things in his life. Aaron Cooter though makes me wonder if this is going to have like a lighter tone because he's not. Never seen him draw like a dark book before. You know.
What kind
So I
of
don't
books
know.
has he been on? I don't.
Well, like he did Guardians. He did Action Comics for a while. He did. What was the recent thing he did? I feel like I saw. Oh, he did that Avengers book by Aaron. He did Avengers Omega or whatever. Or Avengers Forever.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But I've never seen him do something as dark as Daredevil, and it's not to say that he can't. I just feel like I've never seen it before. You know.
I wonder where they're gonna go.
Russo brothers, before they directed in America, they did
directed-
Community.
America. They
Yeah,
directed
they-
America, literally the entire country.
They did Community, so
Did you know that? Where do you think they're gonna go? Like, do you think they're gonna reset it back to like status quo at the end of Zdarsky run?
Well,
Or
it
do you
is
think
issue
there's gonna
one,
be some
isn't it?
permanent changes?
Well, in
Not
the podcast,
like that, Jack. I don't mean the numbering. I mean like the character. Like he's public enemy #1 right now. Didn't he
I
like
don't
lose
know.
his fucking eyes?
they might go to status quo eventually, but on the This Week in Marvel podcast, Zdarsky said that they are working together on Zdarsky's ending and the start of this run. So it's kind of like they're co-writing each other's books, just so we could smooth into it instead of just
it's the Charles Soule stuff again, then, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
just
that's
like,
why
I'm gonna
Zdarsky's
do
doing
What
this,
if,
but
yeah,
I'm
what
not
if he
really
gets hit
doing
by a
this
truck
movie.
again? Imagine that.
Did actually, now that I say that,
It's interesting. I don't know.
okay. I'm going to say
the-
this before I Google it and see if I'm right. Did Jed McKay write that Man Without Fear, the Death of
Yes.
Daredevil book?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I think so.
That's cool. I like Jed McKay a lot.
Yeah, big fan of Jed McKay. Big fan of Jed McKay.
you gotta write
Al
that down.
Ewing is on Immortal Thor, which is a leak, I guess. It's not
Yeah, what a
really-
waste
of
Is it
time for him,
called
hey?
Immortal Thor?
Yeah, it
it's
is called
Immortal
Imagine you've only
Thor.
got
So-
so much time as a comic book writer and you waste your time on Thor. That's crazy.
I heard him
Yeah.
say so. He did an interview where he said like he wanted to do it. He said it's like a challenge because he wanted to do something like Immortal Hulk again, but like kind of the opposite, I guess. I don't know really what that means, but I guess.
Yeah.
You know,
I want to do the
I guess-
opposite, but I'm going to call it Immortal.
But Hulk dealt with like the devil and demons and shit like that. I guess
He went to
Thor
hell.
can deal with gods and
Gods,
shit like that,
yeah.
right? And that's a fun idea. He said it's a challenge. That's what he said. That's what like I read an article. He said it's
Hunter's obviously
a
going to read
challenge
it,
for him.
right?
I'll read
Like,
it. I love Al Ewing. I'm always fucking. I said Al Ewing for Daredevil. I
Oh,
think,
here
just
we go.
too.
Here we go.
I think
you
I'm
can actually
Tyler
see the
Blueberry.
horse that he's sitting on top of right now.
Mhm. It's true.
But no,
Look at you.
Immortal Hulk is one of those comics where when I finished it, it was like invincible. Like I felt like dead inside.
When you
I feel like
finished
I'm the
it, when
only
you
one
when
who
you
did
finished
not
flipping
care
through the
about
pictures.
the Immortal Hulk. I read 25 issues and I was just like, I feel zero.
JD,
remember when Immortal
it gets so
Hulk-
good at the end.
It was so.
It's
It's such a
insane.
good book,
After
man. Like,
25 issues, they're
in
like,
20
Right, I gave it a
No.
very fair chance.
Like, yeah, that is a fair chance. I
you
wouldn't
guys say
recommend
this.
You
Oh,
continue.
that's fair, huh? But every time I'm like, I'm 30 into Invincible. You're
Shut
like,
up.
just give it
Shut up.
10
Yeah,
more.
I
keep-
don't
keep
say.
it.
Hey, I don't say that.
I know, but they do.
Counterpoint.
Yeah, we do.
Bastards.
Counterpoint. It's written by Robert Kirkman, aka the GOAT, aka God
The
himself. So
God himself.
is.
Do you think he'll be
He
in
is.
Immortal
He-
Thor?
he should
He is
be.
the GOAT.
He should be. He is the GOAT.
Odin's dead in Thor.
Harper,
right
Harper,
now,
if you had to have a
so-
reaction meme of how you felt after, about Robert Kirkman after reading The Walking Dead, it would have to be, that's why he's the GOAT. GOAT.
That's why he's the go. Yeah, and
I thought you
And-
felt like
and,
destroyed and just started crying when you finished.
I did feel destroyed. I
and
finished the last page and I was just like,
Michael
fuck.
Jordan crying meme.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me after Invincible, and that was me after Immortal Hulk. So I'm very happy. Plus, like Thor's been kind of tossed around since Donny
the
Cates
fuck up.
suddenly
He's
left.
been, he's
Okay,
been what?
Shut up.
Thor has been tossed around like a salad, essentially. Like they don't know what to do with them. They're trying to.
What the fuck? What did you, Hunter? Do you know what that means?
Did you visit a Canadian prison or something?
I know exactly what it means.
Oh my god!
Exactly.
Was it
But see,
family
Donny
visit day or
Cates,
something?
he set up this whole thing where
What's
Thanos
going
will have
on?
this gauntlet.
What is- What's going on? Can we just talk about Spider-Man?
Let's talk about Spider-Man.
That's the next thing.
the
That's the next
death
thing.
of Kamala
He's
Khan.
been getting tossed around like a salad.
Yeah, that was on that should be getting clipped, Harper. I'm just gonna throw that out there now.
That's a good joke, eh?
That's fucking dude. Tyler's face just in disbelief. Like I've waited 40 minutes to talk about Spider-Man, and Hunter's
I don't even want to
talk
talk about
tossing.
Spider-Man. I just don't want to talk about. Oh
Tossing,
Jesus!
yeah.
Man, I can't even explain my joke.
Jesus Christ.
No,
Did
go.
we not get it?
Go.
No, I was just gonna
You
say
wouldn't get
because Donny Cates suddenly left the book like without even finishing the arc that he was on
Yeah.
with Thanos. So then different writers and different artists were all coming in, and they don't know what Donny Cates wanted to do, so they're just guessing. And
What
it's
happened to
not
Donny
that
Cates?
Good.
He got
He's getting
divorced.
He got divorced.
I know.
Yeah.
Is he just done?
He said he's writing something
Apparently,
for
he's still doing a lot
Marvel.
of indie stuff.
Well, he also
all
said
his indie-
he's cooking something up with Marvel, but he said that like
He's
6
cooking?
months ago.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let him
I
cook,
would
let
have
him
thought
cook.
he was taking over Daredevil almost because like that sounds like you know what I mean. That sounds like something big enough, but I don't know what he's doing. What could he be doing that's like so secretive, but it's also probably big.
King
It's
in
Donny
Black.
Cates.
King of Black 2, The Electric Boogaloo.
That would be sick. That would be sick.
The Benny Moose Boogaloo.
King of
The
what?
Amazing Spider-Man leaked,
Oh God.
and then Marvel said, "Hey guys, it leaked," and then an
Yeah.
hour later said,
So
"Hey,
Marvel
here it is."
probably leaked it, right?
Yeah,
That's what I said.
It
Do
is
you
what
actually believe
said.
that?
Yeah,
I think so.
I think.
But
it's
I
seeming-
went
it's seeming-
I went probably too deep. I said that they might have leaked it so that then there's a bigger twist in the issue, but I don't think they're that smart.
No,
because
are you
they
kidding me? No.
it was like a marketing thing because then they were posting on their Instagram like the cover, but it's animated to show like all the boxes are all fuzzy.
Yeah,
It's
it
like,
says
oh, the spoilers are out there.
Yeah,
I
they
didn't realize
never
Ms.
do
Marvel was
that.
one of the boxes when that cover came out. Like, I
Yeah,
don't think of her as a
exactly.
fucking Spider-Man character.
I'm not even having fun anymore. Sometimes it's fun to make fun of Spider-Man and it's be like, oh, Spider-Man's terrible. Look at Paul. This is like
Sorry, Harper.
disgusting. What are they doing?
Knock-
It's
knock the figure over.
appalling.
Oh, nice.
It's appalling.
Oh, nice. Dude, what a clip.
Appalling.
Just
Appalling and then knocking the figure
They're
over.
saying like
that's-
what the most
That's the
shocking,
clip.
Shocking
That's the
issue.
clip.
The most shocking issue of Spider-Man in 50
50
years
years.
is that Kamala Khan dies.
I mean, it is shocking.
It's
yeah.
definitely shocking, but what are we? I'm gonna do it. What are we doing here? What are we
How many-
doing?
Tyler, how many times have you said that to yourself in the last, like, since that leak? Like, how many times have you
They're
said, what are we
Dude,
doing
I
here?
was
What are
at
they doing?
work. I was at work.
You
Hunter
dropped to your
said,
knees in the middle of the Target aisle, and you were like,
I started
"No!"
screaming. Yeah, I think I sent the message. I said, like, what is going on? Like, actually, like, no, but like, and again, it's sometimes it's fun to go like, oh, they're so dumb, but are they fucking stupid? Oh,
Are they
God.
that dumb? Yeah, like this is beyond causing controversy
How do you even
for, like,
pitch
marketing.
that?
Like
How
Yeah.
do you even pitch that? I'm writing Batman. I'm gonna go. You know what? Next issue, Batman, shocking issue. We're gonna kill Jimmy Olsen. Like, okay,
Well,
okay.
I was trying to think of like what the compare. Like, I think Hunter made a comparison. in the
Imagine if
chat,
they
but I
did
can't
that in
remember
like
what
a
it was.
movie.
It's
yeah,
like
no, he said Batman, and if they killed like Cassie Sansom or Wonder Girl.
yeah, like or
Yeah,
like
but you
Cassandra
don't
Cain
have
gets
Nightwing in the issue.
Cassandra
Or sorry, you
Cain
don't
gets
have
killed
any
off in, like a
Robins.
Superman issue. You'd be like, okay.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
And you have
And
like
I
Clark
just-
hold the body, but there's no
right, like
Batman
Clark's holding the
characters
body
in
of
it.
Cassandra Cain, like he doesn't even fucking know her. Like,
But
Yeah,
no Batman, no Batman characters are in that issue at all. It's just
Right.
Cassandra Cain and Superman.
right, it's like what?
And I guess it's implying, at least I think, that Peter is somewhat responsible for it. I saw someone say that she dies protecting Paul, which I don't know if is true.
Oh,
But
that would be
if that's
so
true,
funny.
it's exactly it. And I'm not having fun anymore, guys. I
You
was
say-
listening to
You
the
are
episode
the only
today.
defender of this.
I
run.
was trying to defend it even a little bit and going like, there's something they can do after this that will make it not terrible. I was wrong. I was wrong.
The biggest monkey wrench in
Huh?
all this to me is that he's literally writing the Marvels movie
Yeah.
with her. Like,
Yeah.
Zeb
He's gonna
Wells
show up to
is
that red
writing the
carpet.
Marvels,
She's gonna be pissed.
starring Kamala Khan.
I just don't get how this happens. Like, I don't even like. Again, it's a dumb decision, it's whatever. But I actually can't wrap my head around how something like this comes up.
And did you see some
Tyler,
like,
would
dumbasses in the
you-
comments? Like they were like, "Oh, Alfred's been dead since 2019," and you know, like I fucking hate those comments. Like, obviously she's
Yeah.
fucking coming back.
She's
Like,
gonna come back in like 6 months, and that's not even the
Yeah.
issue. The issue
Yeah.
isn't that
But
like she'll
she's
be
gonna
dead.
come back with her MCU powers.
I don't think that. I don't agree with that. I think she will probably come back a mutant, if anything. And I'm
Yeah.
fine with that.
On
I don't know. I
Krakoa.
don't think people like. I don't get why that's an issue because she should have always been a mutant in the first place. But if she does come back with the MC powers, that's a different deal. But I just don't get why this is the decision they're making. This is issue 920 of Spider-Man. They've done 920 issues, and the best they can come up with is to kill Ms. Marvel.
would it have been? Would it have like at this point? I'm thinking like if you killed Mary Jane, like
Yeah,
would
just
it have
kill-
not made
yeah.
more sense at this point? Like
No,
honestly,
exactly. I like at least kill
At
MJ.
least that's a
You know what I mean? She's a
Spider-Man
Spider-Man character. You
or
said
kill,
it in the
or
chat.
kill Paul Skywalker. Like I don't know. Like I
Yeah.
feel like they could have. You know what I mean? Like
Skywalker.
Yeah.
what's your name? Paul.
Paul what?
Skywalker.
I would love if you said Paul Spider-Man or something. But
Paul boyfriend.
But Paul's
'Cause you sent
technically
it
a
in-
Spider-Man character.
yeah, you sent it in the chat yesterday, Hunter. You were like, it leaked, and you said, and it's not the character we think, it's someone dumber. And I was like, oh, is it like Jonah? Because that's a Spider-Man
That's at
character.
least, yeah, that's at least something.
I never ever would have guessed Kamala Khan.
Right, if you gave me 1,000
I was
guesses.
gonna say, Tyler, like
The legacy
when-
to Carol Danvers.
Yeah.
when the preview came out, not the preview, when the tease came out many months ago and it said, "What did Peter do?" Would you have
Yeah.
ever guessed it was get Kamala Khan
God
murdered or
killed.
something? Like,
Punch Captain America with his shield, fight the
the fact
Fantastic
that
Four,
we-
and get Miss Marvel.
we thought that what did Peter do was like answered and done until they were like, no, what did Peter do will be revealed in issue 26, and this is the reveal. This is it. This is
And
what
they're
it's going to
acting
be.
like Peter and her were close when in this very run, Peter doesn't know Kamala's Miss Marvel at all.
Yeah.
She
When
is
they
his
met, I
co-worker,
just-
and that's it.
It's not even been 10 years. Like Kamala Khan hasn't even been around for 10 years. She doesn't know Peter
Not.
Parker.
Even if they killed
She
off like
doesn't,
Miles,
like-
at least there's something. I mean, it would be dumb, but at least there's something more of a connection to Peter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Kill off.
But like the cover of her death
Yeah, well,
like
all right, yeah,
celebration
we'll go
issue
with that.
has Peter front and center
Her
and like
death
Ben Grimm behind
celebration.
her. You
Death
know, the
celebration.
death one shot, like
You
the
know,
You
what,
are-
you know
you
what's
are
weird
right.
too? Like it's called like the life of Miss Marvel, right? Like or the
it's called Fallen
Fall-
Friend.
right. So kind of like how the Captain America series did the Fallen Son,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
But that was
Yes.
actually fucking powerful because Captain America dying was like on the
Powerful.
news.
And
Yeah.
and I bet because we talked about this again yesterday. Sana Amat and G. Willow Wilson, the people that created Ms. Marvel, are writing for that book. So I'm sure that it'll be like some emotional thing, and I'm sure it'll actually be well written.
But
But
it's
again,
so
for
dumb.
me, that screams stunt. Like for
Yeah.
me, the fact that they
Yeah.
are doing it, that screams like I just can't believe they wouldn't have an issue with that. And it's not that doesn't imply, I guess, that they don't have an issue with it. Maybe
But,
they
like-
just want to do it because no one else would do it better. It's
That's what I'm
just
thinking.
it's a fucking mess. It's a fucking
So the whole goal of making
nightmare.
comics, right, is to sell more comics, right? You want to get more people to
Yes.
read your book. Who like what is their thought process of all right, we need more people to read Spider-Man, right? It's
We're
our
gonna
best-selling
kill
book,
Kamala
but we need more people to read Spider-Man. What do we got? What if we killed off Miss Marvel? Like who
Yeah.
goes into their local right? You're not reading Spider-Man. You're like, you know what? Now that we killed off Miss Marvel, honestly, I want to read this book. This is exciting. Like,
Well, Ethan Van Sciver, dude.
well,
That's
all
the
right,
type
yeah.
of people
Yeah.
they're fucking attracting, and
Oh,
that's
he is
again why it's like.
celebrating.
But it's
It's
also people
such
who
a-
aren't reading Spider-Man. Like people who are hyped that Miss Marvel's dying are people who are not reading the title.
Comics,
And they're
in
people that
general,
will
yeah.
never read them anyway because they're fucking
Right,
morons. You know, it's
right.
like it's
And if
just-
this is your stunt to make it more popular for the movie, you gotta say it's fucking dumb.
it's unbelievably stupid. Like it's actually again, I just wonder how no one can like think that this isn't a good idea. Nobody said no.
Like Hunter, do you remember the days of like reading the Wikipedia pages, like when you were getting into comics at like you
Yeah.
know, 14
Yeah.
years old, and you're reading like Wikipedia pages, and it's like how a character died. You're like, oh wow, that's crazy. Imagine you're reading Miss Marvel's like Wikipedia page, right? And you're like, she died in spite.
That's
What?
the thing. It's the
Spider-Man
fact that like
not even
the
a Miles
panel, the
Morales one, yeah.
page of her like the page of her in Peter's arms and the fallen friend cover. It's not about her. It's about Peter. Like
It's
it's
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's like her death can't even be important
well,
because
well,
it's
like-
her. It's because
right.
Peter is sad about it. Like
And you got to think
it's
about
not
like,
about
every death,
him.
Every death that has been in Spider-Man comics, like always relates to Peter, right? It's Uncle Ben, it's
Gwen
Stacy,
Stacy, it's
the Green
Harry
Goblin,
Osborn,
George
it's
Stacy,
Norman
right?
Osborn. Yeah, exactly.
There's always like a significant death, and it's always a lesson, right? It's like, wow, I need to like, you know, the great responsibility, right? You always learn that with every death. What is his lesson from the death of Miss Marvel? Like, oh shit,
Oh, I really
don't
should
let
have
anybody
her name.
don't let anybody work for Norman Osborn.
Really
Like,
should have learned her name. Yeah.
So
imagine
someone,
him
just-
speaking at her funeral, he'd be like, I didn't fucking know her.
yeah.
no.
So someone went through the run and found every appearance that she's had, and within 25 issues, she's appeared on 12 pages and only has dialogue in 7 of them.
That's about right.
12
I-
pages in this run, and she's not even Miss Marvel. She's just Kamala Khan, Peter's coworker. That they don't work in the same department or anything. They wave to each other. It's a cameo, and that's it. Like it was just like, hey, look, Miss Marvel's interning here.
I honestly don't know what they're gonna do next. Like how just what I don't have the words. I literally I don't have the words. I actually don't have the words.
What did
It just
Zeb Wells do?
It just makes so little sense. And
What also like they
It
said
makes
like don't
me
show up to cons,
ashamed.
right? Like don't go to any comic
Yeah.
cons, like you might get death threats. Like
Yeah.
what the fuck?
it's
Yeah.
so stupid.
Why
You
would
know
you
how,
want that?
You know how like when the Rick Grayson stuff happened, here it is. Here's what the thing is we can tell because we're not fucking stupid, even though like these Marvel thinks that we are. We can tell when something will just end up as like in a top 10 list on like What Culture or something, you know?
Right.
This will be top 10 things that Marvel wants you to forget. Number 6, the time
Yeah.
they killed Ms. Marvel. The
Right.
same
Yep.
thing happened when Rick Grayson showed up. It's just we can tell because we're not fucking dumb. And
Well-
this is gonna be one of those things.
What's
And
happening
I don't know
with
why.
Spider-Man? Like One More Day, and
Oh my God.
But
It's
here's
all
the thing about
Spider-Man.
I think Rick Grayson was terrible. I think Heroes in Crisis was terrible. But at least there was at least some kind of editorial rationale, right? Editorial says Dick Grayson can't expand beyond Batman, right? Because Batman's always got to be top dog, right? So Dick Grayson can't have a family, can't right?
Sure.
Wally West can't advance past. So you can't like I kind of get the editorial rationale. I don't get the editorial rationale here. Like, what does killing off Ms. Marvel actually do for your brand?
It makes people angry.
It doesn't advance any other character.
It
To be
makes
fair.
people angry.
To be fair, if you're Zeb, to be fair, if you're Zeb Wells, right, you've received this message from Marvel. What are you gonna do? Like he didn't have
No,
a choice.
he
walked out
pitched
to that
it.
courtyard. No. He walked down to that courtyard. Nick Lowe was there. He was pumping iron. He popped up. He
Ugh.
turned to Zeb and he went, "I see you got,
see
my,
you've got my
message. And
message.
it was all downhill from there. It's like is it
they're
his
just
fault
writing this in
necessarily?
prison.
Lowe,
Writing it in
How
prison.
have they not fired Nick Lowe? And again, I don't even like hating on him because honestly, I'm sure he's fine. He's a normal guy. but he doesn't belong anywhere near Spider-Man, and he hasn't for as long as he's been the editor on it.
It's been the editor for
It's
like 20
just
years or something, right?
it's been so long. It's been at least I think after One More Day. So during the Brand New Day era, he's editor on the book, and that One More Day was 15 fucking years ago or something like that. You know, it's
Why is he still like? And
I don't
people
know.
are clear that they don't want this stop.
Yeah, he's
People are
become
very-
the devil, you know,
Yeah.
and
his
everyone knows his
Twitter.
name now. You know,
Yeah. You go on his
Ugh.
Twitter every time he talks about it, like he mentioned, like, I'm not going to talk about Spider-Man because it's not out yet, but it's a really good issue. And all the comments are just like, we don't.
No,
like
it's
they're just
not.
people. They're just pictures of people putting up the middle finger or just
they're
saying like
doing
"fuck
that,
you" in
and-
all caps, or you know.
And they're posting the
Yeah.
Peter B. Parker with Mayday and Spider-Verse.
And I
pictures.
really wonder if, and I'm not one to think this ever, because again, I think I said once that Marvel can't be bullied, but I'm wondering if Spider-Verse does well, if they are actually going to sit back and go, oh, wait a minute. You know, oh, wait, this is what people want, you know?
Yeah.
Because like even today, the Spider-Verse account, they posted all the posters and it said Peter B. Parker is Mayday's dad.
Yeah,
and
that
that's
was,
what
like,
it
the
said.
tagline.
It said
Aw,
Gwen
that's
Stacy is
sweet.
Spider-Woman, Miles Morales is Spider-Man, Peter B. Parker is Mayday's dad. I almost said Gwen Stacy's dad. Is Mayday's dad. And it's like it almost feels like a shot. You know what I mean? It almost feels like they're taking a shot at it.
It's actually it's a bit fucked that Sony of all people is doing
Doing Peter
Spider-Man
Parker
stuff
better.
better. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I just want to
want
see it happen. I just want to see Peter and I'm almost convinced it's never gonna happen.
I don't.
Ugh,
I feel like it will, but I don't think it will anytime soon.
I don't know. I don't know.
It will happen
what-
when you and your dad are in 2099.
Yeah, you
Like,
think
that's
so?
when you'll see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope. I wonder when Nick Lowe gets replaced, and Nick Lowe's not even an old guy, so you could probably realistically be doing it for another 20, probably. But
Oh,
ugh.
And this will probably be like
Marvel has
like
for
Tyler
real.
said before we started recording. Like I don't even want to talk about Spider-Man anymore. Like honestly,
yeah, no,
I don't even wanna give this one the
I'm
attention because it
proposing
doesn't deserve
a permanent moratorium on Spider-Man. Issue 26 comes out, we don't talk about it. I said we don't talk about it after this episode
Unless
until
something
Seb Wells is
good-
off.
until they make changes. Yeah.
Until something
like,
changes.
Peter's in
Like, I
Zdarsky's
said we
Daredevil.
don't even
that's
acknowledge it.
incredible. Like
Yeah.
Peter in Zdarsky's
It's-
Daredevil, he's
'cause-
perfect there.
That's the way I just none of us will buy it. I hope people will fucking not buy the book because I know they still like to. I hope people will like vote with their wallets and not buy this book. I just hope any message gets sent through.
I just
I
don't,
don't
see
want to
Amazing
buy
Spider-Man not being a top 3 selling Marvel book. I don't think
I
it's
don't-
a possibility.
I don't want to buy the Kamala Khan Fallen Friend issue. I want it all to just flop. And it won't, but I just wish that could happen. You
Yeah.
know? My
It's even
God.
casual audience. Like someone will go in with their kids to a comic book store and be like, "The Amazing Spider-Man is right
Dude,
there,"
that
and they'll be like,
account I
"Oh, I
sent
like
you.
Spider-Man."
There's a meme account I follow. They have like I don't even know how
Yeah.
many followers. It's in the hundreds of thousands. And they post like hip hop memes. 651,000 memes followers. And they
Oh my God.
have
More, more.
they posted a Zeb Wells Spider-Man meme today. Like that's how fucking far it's gone. It's literally like it was when Lotus and when all that shit happened, it like somehow
Oh,
broke
yeah.
through the mainstream. That's what it
Right,
feels
broke
like
the
again.
culture.
Once a year we get a horrible thing Spider-Man related, and it's always at this time of year. God, I hate
Yeah.
Spider-Man. I fucking hate Spider-Man.
I
Funny 'cause,
I think
like
I've
literally, this is what I'm
realized-
staring at right now. I fucking hate Spider-Man. Yeah. I just hate it.
Oh yeah, like
Oh god. It's
Did
so
you-
tiring. It's so tiring.
Uh,
JD, I think you actually put it best when you said it's like being
Baseball.
a Star Wars fan.
Hey,
You know, it really is.
It's just frustrating.
The Mets, baby.
Being,
Oh, boy.
being a Spider-Man fan is like being a Star Wars fan, where like you
Yeah.
defend it to your death, but you're like, God, I fucking hate it all. Like,
I just want to love
We've said
Spider-Man,
this
you know?
before. Spider-Man seems to have less like high points than even current day Star Wars has.
it's funny though, because like when somebody asks you like, what's your favorite Spider-Man run, like it's almost hard to like. You have to give a
Ultimate.
caveat to every answer, right?
Yeah,
Fuck
but
it, it's a very
like, oh, I love
easy for me.
JMS's run minus the shit at the end, or I love I love Paul Jenkins' run, but it wasn't on Amazing Spider-Man, or I love Stan
Yeah.
Lee, even though the dialogue's old as fuck. It's like
That's
you
what
have to add a
I said to you
caveat.
guys in the group chat. Like any Spider-Man comic book fan that goes, you really have to read the comics to know Spider-Man, and their recommendations are like 70
if this be my
issues from
destiny.
like the 60s, and I'm not
exactly.
fucking
They're
reading
at
that. I'll be
9.
honest.
They're
Like,
at 920, and realistically, there's probably like 40 issues of Spider-Man worth reading in Amazing Spider-Man. You know?
By the way, I'm reading the JMS shit right now. I am loving like Peter as a teacher is like
What issue are you at?
MJ like just came back.
Okay, so that was
she-
50, right?
What?
finally.
Oh god, that's
Yeah,
all. It's
I'm like
so
right-
good.
I'm like
isn't
right
it?
near there.
Exactly, isn't it great? Like,
It's
and
so
this is
great.
again the thing when you ask somebody what their favorite Spider-Man story is, it's always going to be during the era where Peter and MJ were married.
Yeah, that's
It's-
what I'm in the 300s right now.
Yeah,
reading them
it's
as a
Craven's
couple.
Last Hunt. It's fucking Venom. It's
Venom's
yeah, exactly.
so good.
You know what I mean?
I forgot that Venom's like actually like a really cool character. and
Yeah,
it's, like,
Venom was
first
really
few
cool
years-
when he
because you've been
debuted.
memeing him for 5 years. Like,
I keep
Yeah.
thinking that set video Tom Hardy like trying to open the car door and Venom's like speaker system so he knows the dialogue. It's like, no, fine. It's like,
Best picture of all time.
he's a good character. Like Eddie
Yeah,
Brock
Venom.
is really
Venom is a
cool.
lot of fun, man.
Mhm.
It is again. It's just Spider-Man. Let's not talk about him.
Is that it for the news? Because I'm like,
Yeah.
so excited to talk comics.
Mhm,
What do you
that's
guys
it.
want to start with?
Let's
It's
start with
Titans.
Titans
Avengers
because he didn't
MK?
read it.
I think
I think he didn't.
Avengers.
I think we should start with Titans because he didn't read it. We'll get.
How many
to
times do you
Avengers.
think Tyler kissed
All
this
right, fine.
page? Like, is his page all wet from this? Do you think he could open it
Yeah,
anymore?
can you show proof?
I can't
Down
open.
below. Oh my god. Smart.
She literally says, "For me."
I think this book is good.
This is a book.
It's
It's
really
good.
good.
It's really
I just
good.
see the fucking thing of going from terrible Spider-Man to good Avengers. This is why I love Marvel Comics.
They're
You know,
back.
like I hate complaining about Marvel Comics because really, like, there's nothing I
Oh,
love more in
man.
the world. You
I just
know,
realized there's an ad for
I'm-
JMS's
I'm-
Hulk.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like, I don't know. That final page, I was like, really? Like,
I mean, that's
is that just
expected.
me?
That's
you-
expected.
Yeah, but I was just like,
We knew that,
okay,
though.
like, I think I'm just so tired. Are we doing spoilers? I'm so tired of that character.
Go ahead.
Kang.
Who
I
you
just-
find the
I don't want
spoilers
to.
for?
I don't want to
what
hear.
are you
fucking,
tired
I
of
don't want to
about
hear the
that character?
name
When was
again.
the last time he showed up in the comics? You're just tired of him because Jonathan Majors.
They didn't they just do like an Avengers one shot thing with
no, but
Kang?
that's what this is.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
all
but
the
it's
same
not
story.
this.
the discourse everywhere about anything Marvel is Kang all the time.
But that's because of Jonathan Majors.
It has
I
nothing to do
know,
with this.
and I'm tired of it.
with this beautiful thing. You're an idiot. You're so
yeah,
dumb.
you are an idiot.
They thought those glasses
Oh
would make
my-
you look smarter, buddy.
Yeah.
Go back to MJ.
I'm just okay.
But
That's- I
just
like
like
it.
this is the
Gosh.
reason I love the Marvel universe, and this is the reason I love the Avengers so much, is because like it's always fucking awesome.
I can't believe that like we have this now after staring at
It's-
this
it-
image for so
it
long.
feels so good, you know. Like this feels like I feel like we're at the ground floor of something really big and important here. You know what I mean? Like this feels
Mhm.
like in years we'll look back and you'll read the entire thing through and you'll just be like, "Wow, that was like the next chapter of the Marvel universe."
I also
think
love
it
that it
is.
starts with
Fucking love it.
Jed McKay just shitting on other shit like Civil War II fucking dog shit and
Yeah.
Basically,
like
yeah.
Jason Aaron's Avengers
Yeah.
run dog shit. Like,
Carol-
just call it out.
Yeah, so Carol being the main character here is genius.
she's
She's
the
written
leader.
perfectly. It's just a great book. It's just like I don't even have like the proper words to put it around it because it's just like it is just a good Avengers book. And for me, there's nothing better in comic books than a good Avengers book.
Well, all,
Wait,
all
Harper,
this
did you actually read this? Harps? Paul? Paul boyfriend? Harper boyfriend?
I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't care. I don't want to talk about.
Don't be a fucking
No,
sensitive little
no,
bitch.
no. I had opinions, and my opinions are gone. Okay.
Um,
Harper.
it's good.
If I say anything, you guys are going to disagree with it. So I'm not.
That's the
you
point of the
like
podcast. We constantly shit on Hunter.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
Did you not
I don't
like
wanna
it?
say
This
I
is
don't wanna
the
talk about it.
discourse. This
No,
You
is
didn't
the
like it?
I did not
discourse.
like it. I didn't not like it. I think I just went, oh, okay, it's an
I don't
Avengers issue.
not
It just,
like it.
I think, I maybe I'm just not a teen bookie kind of guy, but I was just like,
I
I
do
didn't.
this all the time.
Midnight Suns.
I just, what?
Like
No,
Greg Smallwood?
absolutely not.
Wait, do you like
No, I
any?
just-
No, do you
yeah,
loved
Yeah,
Hickman?
well, I
stuff,
say it all the
didn't you?
time, clearly, because that's. Yeah, but there was something special about that, man. Maybe it was because they're all.
You don't think there's
going
going to be
to
something
Supreme?
special
I don't know.
about this?
Everyone
Yeah,
talking.
You don't think
but
there's something
but, like,
special about this potentially?
But the difference between this, Tyler, is that it's one issue, and I'll have to wait a month to find out where the next thing is going with Kang. whereas
That's how
New Avengers,
comic
I
books
read it.
work, you fuckhead. This is how they
Motherfucker, I
always
binged.
work.
Did I not binge the other fucking series? I wasn't reading New Avengers
but
when
you
it
act
came
like
out.
this
You
isn't how
dumb
comics
cunt!
work.
I fucking binge read it.
Oh
Let
my
them
god!
fight.
You will read an issue. Oh my goodness!
Which
So
one's
now
Kong
you've
and
just
which one's
forgotten the plot of
Godzilla?
how comics work.
Tyler's
yes, we
Godzilla.
have to
I might
and
read. I
Harper's
might
Kong.
read it
Okay.
when it's fucking like when it's over and be like, oh, okay, now I get it. But like,
You have the-
month
you
to
have the
month,
video
I'm
of
looking at
Harper
the
walking
issue.
like a gorilla?
Is that a complaint for this book, or is that a complaint for comic
But
books?
When did I say that it was a bad book, or when did I say that like, oh,
But I'm
this is
saying
terrible?
that
I'm
you're
just saying
saying,
that I'm
I'm
not
just gonna have to
invested in
wait
it
till
because
you-
it's one fucking issue. But you can't seem
But
to
you
get
get
through
it.
your head that maybe people
my
read at a
God.
different pace than you, dude. I
But
just
you-
don't want to like
you-
read
but-
and wait.
But I've
I just
never
don't
heard
wanna
you say
read
that
and
about
wait.
any. But I don't get how that's specific to this and not every comic book you've ever read monthly ever.
I don't even remember that video. Huh?
I don't
But
get
like,
how that's
Tyler,
spec-
you know this about me. I don't really read monthly comic books anymore. I don't
when
do
you
that.
when you do, you don't go. I guess I'll see if I like it when the next issue comes out. You've never done that before.
That's
That makes no
pretty
sense.
much exactly what I always do. What are you talking? I did the same thing with Fall Sunrise. I read one issue and I went, yeah, I'll get back to it. And then I read it when it was all out and I went, oh, that was actually amazing. I do that with
Did he-
every series.
I don't think that's true. I feel like we go back and that's not true.
I think that absolutely is true. At least in the last year, I definitely do not read fucking month to month.
Oh God, you're
Let them
frustrating.
fight.
I hate Australia.
You are such egotistical prick.
This is good podcast.
I'm the
content.
egotistical prick.
You are.
You're a monster, dude. Those glasses.
You're a
who have you
fuck. No,
become,
fuck
Paul?
you. No, fuck
The
you.
glasses are a
God.
symbiote.
Oh, he's got to like
You're on the
scrape
dark
it
side.
off.
You did move. You did kind of move your hair to be Bully Maguire.
Oh,
I
it's
noticed
true.
that. Right.
Only Harper.
Can I read something that T'Challa says in this book because it went
Yeah,
fucking
go ahead.
hard as
You
fuck.
gotta do the
Yeah,
voice.
It went astronaut. Oh, I gotta do the voice.
As you can see, I am not dead.
Oh no, I'm not doing the voice.
You-
T'Challa goes into a room and he's asking a scientist for help, and she's like, "I can't help you because I'm like, I'm not a superhero like you. I'm afraid." And he goes, "I understand your fears. I too am afflicted by fears of my ancestors, of the unbroken line of the Panther, of how they judge my actions, of how my descendants will judge me. But when your own children tell your story, what will they say about the day when you were asked to be an Avenger? Because it's the finest thing a person can be called to do, and I was once a king."
That's a cool line.
The hardest thing I've
that felt
ever
like a Hickman
read.
line, in all honesty.
Yeah.
That's the hardest thing I've ever read in my entire life. I put the book down yesterday after I read that, and I went, "Oh yeah, we're doing this." Like, oh yeah, this is some good shit.
What did Black Panther do?
What
Why-
did
You can't
T'Challa
ask that
do?
question in the Marvel universe. You can't.
You don't
ask
remember
that
when
question.
T'Challa and Steve fought? And he was like, and Steve was like, "I'm gonna whoop your buttocks" or whatever he said. Remember that?
Yeah, I
Remember
was
he
like a
said
little
like, "You'll
racially
take the
motivated.
butt whooping." It was what's his name, John Ridley, right? So it was bad. I don't know. I didn't read it. It only got like 6 issues, and you see
Must
how
have
they're
been
trying to sell us a
something.
new Black Panther book in this one too.
It says he's a
Uh,
fugitive in his own country. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like what do
Harper,
you
I think,
do?
are you going to read the next issue at least?
in 3 years.
I will
when it's on
probably-
Marvel Unlimited.
Yeah, I will probably read it in like I guarantee when I read World's Finest, for instance, which is like what 15 issues in.
15 just
I
came out
imagine
today.
I will love it, but I was not reading it month to month because I don't really do that. So
Still
I'm
waiting.
sure I will at some point.
But didn't you read Batman when it came out in like 1940 when you were like 60 years old?
You
Like,
and
But
yeah,
that
you
was
read
different.
Detective
I was
27.
writing Batman
Yeah.
at the time.
oh,
You read
your
Detective
mom told me
27.
you stole all Bill Finger's ideas.
No, I am Bill Finger.
Kid named Finger.
you, I like the idea of you reading Detective 27 when it comes out, and you're just like, this Batman guy. I mean, I guess I'll see next month.
Yeah, I'll see. I'll probably read the rest in like 12 months.
I'll read it in the newspaper. Like,
Yeah.
This comic was made for a hero story.
I also really like Vision's like conundrum. I like that in Judgment Day, so everyone got like a judgment, and then he didn't, and he's really sad about it because he's like, does Arishem just think that I'm like still a robot? I thought I proved myself as a human, but
right.
I guess they just think I'm still a robot. And I didn't really think about that, but that would be really sad. If you're the Vision, you're just like, they still just think of me like I'm a goddamn android. Like I've done so much for this universe, and they still just think I'm a robot. It's sad.
It is, yeah.
What's
this
up with
whole book's
Thor?
just recruiting.
Maybe I am a robot.
What's up with Thor?
Thor, well, it's nothing in his comic is really related to this. It's just literally what Captain Marvel's saying. Like he's sad because people's lives just flash before his eyes. In Jason Aaron's run, there's a story that takes place during like the Viking era where he comes to Earth and he falls in love with this woman and he marries her. And then Loki starts a war to trick Thor. So then Odin's just like, hey, you have to come back to Asgard to help like stop this war. So he's just like, okay, I'll be right back. Says goodbye to his wife, goes, fights this war, comes back to Earth. And he's just like, hey, I'm home. And it's been 180 years. So his wife is like long dead. But he thought he was only gone for like 2 years. So it's just saying like this takes like people's lives just flash before his eyes, and he doesn't like seeing his friends age, essentially.
Mm-hmm. I
Because
think
he will outlive everyone that he loves.
I'm excited for the long term of this. Like the next issue says the Avengers find themselves with a rare gift, foreknowledge of the dangers coming their way in the form of deadly tribulation events, whatever that means, right? It almost feels very Hickman-y, where they're like, they know the end goal, they know that something horrible is going to happen. What are they going to do about it? That sounds really cool.
It does, yeah.
God, Jed MacKay.
I feel bad for Steve.
Steve just gets like told like,
actually, okay, I think I figured it out. I think my problem with reading month to month is no Subway Surfers gameplay. I think that's what I need.
Family Guy clips.
Boring off.
Nah, I hate Family Guy. You know
Minecraft parkour.
Do you need? What if you had like
those.
What if you had like cricket underneath?
Cricket highlights.
Yeah,
that's so funny because cricket is so fucking slow, and it's like this is where it's at.
No, but like Carol like recruits Sam to the Avengers in front of Steve, and she's like, Steve, you're not coming.
Well, it's just I guess it's because like I guess Sam Wilson is more of a normal person than Steve Rogers.
He is,
and she's like, I need at least one normal guy on the team, and that isn't like
the
Tony
walking
Stark.
legend,
a king, a billionaire.
Yeah, and I get that. That makes sense, and I get why she would make that decision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
she says no to Steve because he's the war hero man, out of time living legend Steve Rogers.
He's too mythical, you know.
Yeah.
I don't really get the rivalry between T'Challa and Sam that's here. That's kind of
well, in Captain America: New World Order, there is an arc. I'm not
the movie.
Yeah, that's the movie. Symbol of Truth, or
Symbol of Truth,
or is a Symbol of
yeah.
Okay. Sam's book, there was an arc where he goes to Wakanda and they fight. I know that. I don't know why they fight. I didn't read it, but I just know they fought, and Sam won somehow, and that's how it ended. So
yeah, T'Challa seems like he's going through like. Does he have his own Paul? Like he seems really sad. Something bad must have happened in his book. Like he must be going through like some Peter Parker levels of bullshit.
Yeah, they killed off. They probably killed off Miles Morales in his book or something. I'm trying to think of a character that he's never met.
Yeah.
They killed off Nova, Richard Rider, and he just feels so bad.
He's just They're releasing an issue, Fallen Friend.
It's just Black Panther holding Nova's body. It's a good roster. I like how Scarlet Witch says yes right away, and it's because like the Avengers keep her good.
When was the last time we had Wanda on like the regular Avengers?
Is it the 2000s, like the before?
Is it before Disassembled? Has it been that long?
The Kurt
she was on Uncanny Avengers, but they weren't the Avengers.
I'm saying, like,
Avengers.
The main Avengers book, it must be Kurt Busiek.
Yeah, that's cool. Damn. I mean, she says.
Even though you think of her as an Avenger, right? Like if I think of Wanda,
she's a classic Avenger. Yeah. And Vision as well. I wonder if they're going to go into that stuff. I want to see this
Probably.
roster expand. I definitely want to see there more of them.
Oh,
But
who
it
would
is a
you
good
add?
roster. Well, I think the Wanda and Vision stuff makes me want to add Wonder Man, but
That'd be fun.
I don't know who else I would add.
I think
good
Steve
question.
Rogers actually would be a good addition.
Yeah,
what a bold fucking take.
I
Steve
would have
Rogers on the
picked
Avengers? No.
Steve.
I think
would have
that'd
picked
be
Steve
fun.
over. See, the thing is this version of Steve and Tony, this book is going to be Carol and Tony. I like that. I mean,
Yeah.
they make sense. They're always teammates. I would always pick Steve Rogers on the Avengers, obviously. I think I would add Wonder Man. I think that would be fun.
That would be fun. I like to see Scott Lang on the team.
What's he up to right now?
I don't think anything.
Probably shrinking.
That's why.
Probably shrinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would you guys add, JD and Harper?
I would add probably Morbius, maybe Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange actually would be cool.
No, shut
and
up.
Jen McKay could do it, couldn't he? Isn't he writing Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
Oh, Black Cat, I would definitely add.
I don't know.
I'd say Ahsoka Tano.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be pretty cool.
It's got the Mandalorian.
Oh, that'd be. How lit
Jack
would that
Black
be?
and Lizzo.
Oh, don't bring it back up.
Oh,
We don't have to
no,
talk about that. We don't have to talk about that.
Are we on to the next book, or are we still on Avengers?
I guess Titans.
should-
You guys can
yeah,
talk
let's do Titans. So I wanted to
It is
show.
a beautiful book. The art looks very nice.
Yeah, I wanted to show. So there was a character that showed up in this book that I'm sure you know which character it was. JD, don't say it because I want to show Hunter the reveal page just because I want to know. I want to see your like visual reaction.
We
Afraid I
all
won't
would have had
even
the
know.
same
So
reaction.
this is the panel where the character's coming in, right? Someone's going to be dropped in. Ready for it?
I feel like I won't even know who it is. It'll be Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. Piece of chance.
Piece of chance.
So this is what happened, right? I was reading this book, and then Dick goes, "Oh, great, this is not going to make the situation." But I'm like, I wonder who's going to show.
Yeah, I had
that
the
was
same
literally-
reaction.
I did this
Yeah, and I
exact same thing.
like Peacemaker, and I guess they're building something with Waller
and Peacemaker.
and
yeah.
like that's like the story for the dawn.
It's like
of
the
DC.
underlying. Yeah,
Yeah, and I don't care
I couldn't give
because
less of a fuck.
I like Peacemaker, but what is Waller? So like Waller's just I don't know. She's trying to kill all the heroes, but like, don't be stupid, Waller. You know you need them.
Right. And
But,
but how repetitive is that? Like, how many times does Waller have to be like, "Oh, I don't trust superheroes, but I have my own villain
Yeah.
team." And, "Arr."
Exactly, yeah, because your villain team's gonna save the fucking universe or
Right.
whatever.
Fucking
You're such a
Peacemaker's
dumbass.
dumbass is gonna be able to stop a giant gorilla from. They literally had Harper in this issue. Like, he literally walked in, pounded his chest, and broke a nuclear reactor.
Did you think this was a good issue, JD?
No.
JD,
I
JD.
Interesting.
Yes.
Did the start of this issue remind you of that issue of Wade's Flash when Wally's in the elevator and the bullet is like, remember the bullet's being shot and he has to figure out like, okay, in 1.25 seconds, how am I going to stop
Yes.
this dude from being? How are we going to get out of the elevator and blah 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 blah.
The start of this issue was
except
great. I loved like the
it
first
was-
few pages.
Cool as fuck.
Well, it's
Yeah,
just 'cause
I mean,
it's
he's not.
Wally.
It's not gonna last. But are we like DC? Really, someone needs to put a hand on whoever's in charge over there on their shoulder and go. Does the crux of your issue 1 really need to be another Wally West death? Do we have to do
Yeah.
that again?
Yeah, they're doing the Wally.
Who's the
Flash
editor on
start.
this book?
Which he's
So-
not dead. But
What-
yeah.
what's
Imagine
very
if Tyler,
strange-
Tyler looked and it said Nick Lowe. Like,
I know.
What's
I
very
don't know who
strange
this
is that it after Wally, it's Garfield and
Yeah.
Raven, and Garfield's
Hate
like all
it.
normal
Hate
again.
it.
But in Dark Crisis, he had like the no eye, and in the bottom it says for the story behind Beast Boy's eye healing, see Tales of the Teen Titans #4. That book's not going to come out for like 6 months. Why? Like,
oh, what?
Tales of the Titans 4.
because
Yeah.
that one like just got announced, like that it's
What
going to be
the-
starting in like a month or something. So by the time issue 4 rolls around, it's literally going to be months down the line. So how the fuck are we going to know
You
I
just-
was eye healed?
Yeah, why wouldn't you
Okay.
just say like it's like that thing that happened and just
Ever
explain
since I gave up my powers.
my power? I had an
You
issue
could
with
just
this
say
book
it healed and that's it.
because
Was the dialogue really weird between Garfield and
It's-
Raven? Like,
Are they
Gar,
It's all
I'm,
bad.
Gar, I'm half demon, and yet you
Yeah, they're-
care for every part of me. Like,
Yeah,
who wrote
all
that?
of that is
they're
bad.
kind of
All
cringe.
of that
So,
is
so
bad.
I
they're a
have an
couple now. I
issue-
didn't know that was like a thing.
I
Yeah,
don't
people
get,
are not a fan of it.
That
I
was
don't
never set up or
unders-
anything. They just said, "Yep, they're together."
Fuck it, we ball.
I don't understand Tom Taylor's like and I don't even want to be like that right now, but I don't understand Tom Taylor's political thing because he seems to
Go ahead,
just and I God, I don't want to be like one of those guys.
No, no, no.
But he
You're already-
seems to have
you
like
are.
a weird take on like America and Americans and how they work because there's always something shitty he's saying about the world or like my country in his books. And I don't even want to be like that because I get it, criticize it, but like it's all he does.
Correct.
It's weird.
What did he do in this one? That's like that.
They're yelling at Peacemaker because Peacemaker comes swinging his dick, and they're like, "We're
Yeah.
not the Justice League. I'm not even from America."
Yeah.
You know?
Wait, what?
Let Peacemaker swing his dick. No, I think Tom Taylor like writing a book is almost like he's almost like a bumper sticker, right? Where like he like yells some slogan and like just tries to make it work. And
I just thought it was so weird. I thought this book did not need. Oh God!
Me when Harper walks into a room.
Like how many
The
times
irony
do
is
we?
I'm not very tall at all.
We've heard like Peacemaker goes, "I'm not taking advice from a walking supercomputer that could potentially hack into our systems," to Cyborg, and it's like we're really doing like the Teen Titans can't be trusted, and the United States government wants to take
Cyborg
control.
was literally
of
a member of the fucking Justice League. He's a founding member in this universe. Like
I just don't get it. It frustrates me with every Tom Taylor book that like.
Correct.
And I don't care. So many times I don't care about these things. It just bothers me that like the corporations or the company or the president or the government, it's always the issue. Just let them punch a fucking bad guy.
You have a giant gorilla trying to break a nuclear reactor, and you're like, "Oh, fuck America!" Like,
I just,
no,
you know what I
dude.
and I again,
Punch
like
the
I don't,
gorilla.
I think that's a
don't
big
care
problem
so
with
many
the
of the
Sonic
times.
Kal-El series.
Yeah.
And again,
just
Tom
let
Taylor.
them punch a fucking bad guy. I don't need to hear
and
about.
that's been my problem with Nightwing, because Nightwing I thought was really good. It was all about like fighting the bad guys, and then it turned into I need to break the prison system of Bloodhaven. Like, okay,
I just don't just write a goddamn novel, Tom Taylor. Like I
Right,
don't
right.
really like. And
you're kind of
'cause I hate
piggybacking it off
saying
of characters we like.
I hate saying it. It's very like.
I don't hate saying it. I'll gladly say it.
But
I
like
liked it. Hell, I
politics.
fucking loved it.
I like politics
itching.
in comics, right? And comics are inherently political sometimes. I just don't get why every Tom Taylor book has to be the bad guy is the government or something. You know,
it's a little predictable at this point.
Just again, Brother Blood's in the next issue. I hope that Brother Blood isn't like, you know, wearing a MAGA hat or something. I don't know. You know, it's just
well, yeah, you're gonna find out like Brother Blood's actually working for Waller, who's got the backing of the U.S. government.
Exactly.
It's
you know what I mean. It's
that's
just
blood money. The government's blood money. Like no.
Yeah, exactly. Just let them punch a bad guy, man.
The issue ends with Wally being dead on the ground.
Dead?
Like,
yeah.
Like he has no
they didn't
pulse.
even show what happened. He just fell.
Well, he got shot.
He got shot. He was trying to stop it. I'm assuming that he traveled in time because they showed him getting on, I think, the cosmic treadmill, right?
Yeah.
They showed him getting on the cosmic treadmill. So
okay.
God, the art is gorgeous, though. Really.
The art is so good.
People have an issue with the art.
Nicola Scott is going to be on like 8 issues and then need a break for like 5. So
yeah, I hope the next artist isn't fucking garbage.
Yeah,
it was that line went extremely hard or something where he's like, the bullet has pierced through my back into my heart. I'm gonna be dead in seconds. I can do a lot in seconds. It's like,
yeah,
that's cool.
The Wally really stuff was the best stuff of this issue. I mean, it's only like 3 pages, but that was the best.
But it's only 3 pages.
Yeah.
I hope the roster expands. I want to see Roy back on this team.
Yeah, well, what's up with Garth being like, I'm working with someone else? Who the fuck cares who you're working with? Aqualad?
Garth goes, look after your 29% of the earth. Bro, you've been friends with them since fucking like you were 12 years old.
Stop acting like you know the way ahead, like you know the rules.
Like
I know they didn't like Garth very much when they were kids, but they've grown up, you know?
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The issue was a little weird. I mean, I'm obviously going to keep reading. It's got my 2 favorite characters in it. Like, I have to keep reading no matter what. But, yeah, I don't know. It could have been better. The Wally stuff.
That's what I said about Spider-Man, bro. That's what I said about Spider-Man.
Who's writing, I can't remember his name for some reason. Who's writing the current Spider-Man comic? Like, just Spider-Man?
Oh,
Dan Slott?
Right. He said something on Twitter that I thought...
Of course he did.
Can come into this like
that
whole thing with
Wally.
Wally's dead, but he was kind of doing it because of Paul. And I'm gonna find it right now. I should have pulled this up earlier.
Yes,
He
probably
basically
should have.
Okay, yeah, okay, here it is. He said, so this before, and it's kind of appropriate for today because this is when the week's wrapping, but this can go into Wally's death too. He said, there was this local show at Midtime Comics where I had a booth and they were rotating different creators every hour for signings. I just finished my hour and I was taking off when a fan comes running in. He's got a short box full of books that he wants me to sign, and he asked if that would be okay. Tell him, sure. We move to another table and start signing them. While this is going on, he says that he owes me an apology. I ask him what for. He said he was pretty abusive to me online during the Superior Spider-Man run, but by the time the story ended, it became one of his favorite Spider-Man stories ever, and that taught him a very valuable lesson. He should have more faith, wait till the story's over on before judging it and doing outrage and just showing death.
And his name was Stan Lee.
I keep signing.
Hey, baby, I love that book.
He ends up by saying, I keep signing his book, and I ask him what he thinks about Nick Spencer's then current Hydra Cap storyline. The fan immediately says, I hate it so much. I hate Nick Spencer. I hope he dies.
I don't think that
I
happened.
don't. Yeah,
It's
that
basically
didn't happen.
saying
It's true. I was the fan. I can confirm
just
that
because the
story.
story's
Yeah.
bad right now doesn't
Yeah, and
mean
I-
that
Okay,
I
it
agree with
won't.
that.
Fucking
Yeah.
obviously, like that.
Yeah,
it's
we're not-
true. Yes.
That's in anything. Like what the fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's also no way that happened.
There's also the thing about comics is they are month to month, so you do have to give feedback month to month on
That's
each
true.
issue. Yes, you can
And
let a
it-
story finish, but like
And
you
I
have
get,
to give feedback on each issue.
as a writer, it must be frustrating if someone's like, this shouldn't be how it is. And you're like, just wait till the next fucking issue. Sure. But
Right.
also, just shut the fuck up.
Yes, correct.
You're writing Spider-Man. People are starving in the world, bro.
And this is my problem. Like when like professional sports players get
Oh.
booed, they're like, oh, I don't know why I'm getting booed. You make like $50 million to throw a ball. Like if someone fucking critiques you for playing bad, it's part of the fucking job.
Yeah.
Think about
yeah.
making
And I get-
content. Think about making anything, right? If we get critiques on a hero story, am I gonna fucking cry the blues over it? No.
That's
when you put
Harper's
yourself
job.
out there, you put yourself open to criticism.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And like some people don't have thick skin, and sure, it's fine. But at the same time, it's like it's something you need to adjust to. And
Correct.
Dan Slott, I mean, it's been so long that he's been being shit on for Spider-Man. You'd think he would have adjusted to it by now.
Mhm.
Right. And
Maybe he
like I
has
hate the whole
to.
concept of like obviously yes there's times where you're gonna look back and be like, you know what, looking back, hey, that run was better than I thought, but that
Mhm.
doesn't like invalidate any critiques you had along the way. There's been times where I couldn't see the vision like while it was going on, and then you read it after, you're like, you know what, like Tom King's Batman, right? I gave it so much shit going through it, right? And that was just part of like the reading it month to month. But then when you look at it as a whole, you're like, you know what, that was actually pretty good. Like
That's a good
I
example.
appreciate those times,
Yeah.
especially what's come after. And it's like I don't take back what I said month to month. I
Yeah.
still think
That's a
it
good
was
point.
valid.
Yeah,
that is a
well,
good
yeah,
point.
exactly it. And it's almost makes me wonder if they should just stop writing month to month and they should just only sell trades. That's what manga does, and that's why manga sells so fucking well.
Right, manga sells like 90% more than
They sell
comics.
manga in Target.
They sell manga in Barnes and Noble. It used to be like the comic section was huge and the manga was tiny. Now it's all manga and like one shelf of comics.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to like bring up Spider-Man again. I was more so doing this because there's a lot of
No, it
people that
makes
are just like,
sense.
I can't believe they killed Wally West again. Why would they do this? And it's like, Wally will be back next week.
Wally will be back in the issue that
Isn't
came
there
out today.
Isn't there a Flash
right?
issue
There was
next week? or
$7.99.
There was literally a Flash issue this week. This week that was
Exactly.
excellent.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the
They-
next run is still Wally. It's not Barry. So
Listen, and there's so many things in like the history of comics where you're like, oh my god, I couldn't imagine reading that month to month, right? Like the entire Mark Waid run, Harper, right? If we had to read that month to month, like the return of Barry Allen, would we be like, what the fuck? Why is Barry acting like a nut? You know what I mean? Like this doesn't make any sense.
Why is Barry acting like a nut?
Why is he acting like a crazy?
My
Like,
boy's tripping.
month to month, yes, it is a different experience reading comics. When you look back at it, you're like, oh wow, that fucking run was amazing. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
imagine
Like,
reading Ultimate Spider-Man month to month. It would have been the most
Right.
frustrating shit.
oh
Right.
god, because
Yeah,
nothing
like
happens.
you're like, I can't wait
sometimes.
to pick up this Spider-Man issue. It's all Aunt May at the
right.
therapist office.
Even reading Walking Dead, like I binged that shit in
Are
like
you-
3 weeks.
do you-
Can you imagine reading it over the course of like 15 years? I genuinely could.
Okay, not 15 years, but
2003 to 2018, isn't that 15 years? Suck my
no.
whole
I'm
fucking
saying
nuts.
like I could semi-relate. I was saying I could semi-relate, but I obviously did not start it when it started. I started when it
Yeah.
was at like issue 97 or
Right.
something.
Well, because you were writing it, I forgot.
Yes. Well, I
I'm
was the
starting at
artist.
issue 97. He wrote 1 to 97 in one sitting.
But I'm just saying, like I hate the whole like being a baby about that shit. Like you make content of anything, you put yourself open to criticism. That's part of the game.
Yeah, and like sure, the criticism it's so it
Some
does
of it's
kind of
very
walk a
invalid,
line.
but it's part of the game.
Yeah, some of it does walk a line because it's like I don't really want Nick Lowe and Zeb Wells to get murdered or even get death
Of
threats in the
course,
first
of
place. You
course.
know, it's like,
yeah.
but at the same time, it is something
Criticize.
they've opened themselves to criticism and they deserve criticism for what they do. And just because someone
And
like
they know it too by not going to cons.
just because they have a plan doesn't mean that said plan will be accepted by people on the whole. It doesn't mean that it's necessarily makes a good thing. It's like just because there is an end goal doesn't mean that end goal is something I want to see. You know what I mean? It's hard. It's hard to love comic books. It really is.
No, it is. It is.
And it like we make a sacrifice by doing it every week, but it's just they're so frustrating. If this week has proven anything, it's that they can be like the highest of highs and the lowest of fucking lows.
That's a good point with
100%.
Adventures.
110%. I don't have that much to say about the Flash issue. It's Jeremy Adams' last like full issue.
Granny goodness.
There's like some Mark Wade-esque panels, right? Like, doesn't that just
Yeah.
bring you back to the Wade run? Like, that looks like Mike Waringo type shit right there.
You know, I've been
Like,
reading the
I love
Wade
that
run,
kind of stuff.
JD. The first book was really good. I really liked it. I just can't sludge through Barry Allen, the Return of Barry Allen again, dude. I don't
I
get
guess because you read it, but I can't like that statement on its face just sounds ridiculous.
I don't get what makes it so great. I mean, I know I'm alone, but I don't.
Yeah,
that's
bearded
great.
Wally at the end. That was
That's
so
incredible.
sick.
In the Rebirth,
But why
suit?
was he?
I do
Yeah,
like
Why,
Wally,
but
though.
why was
I'm
he?
starting to
Why
like
was he
Wally.
in it? Because the last page before that, he's in the regular suit.
It was
Did
supposed
they
to show
explain
that
why?
it took months to get home. They literally don't explain.
just-
He just comes back in the Rebirth suit with a big ass beard.
Yeah,
And he
With the
literally
beard,
has
but
a
the
story for
beard-
another time. This was
the
your last
beard
issue. When is the
explains
story?
Yeah.
That's how
That's
Jeremy
weird.
gives himself a job in the future. He's like, "Oh, I'll tell that story in the future."
Oh, that totally is.
Superman #4, more Lex Luthor shit. It's a fine issue, but there's literally like a sequence where Lex Luthor's like, "Hey, me and you have been working great together. Like, you know, we've been doing a lot of good." And they show like 5 different things that they've done. Why didn't we actually see that? Like, this is the shit that
Yeah,
drives
I
me
thought that
nuts in
too.
comics. Don't tell me about it. Show me. Because all that
Mhm.
shit looks cool that they did together. That like Lex was the brains and Superman's the brawn. Show me.
Yeah. Because it feels like
Yeah.
their relationship is just starting now, but it's just like, no, they've been doing this for a while.
Right, they've been doing it for a while. And it was cool stuff. Like he brokers peace between 2 kingdoms that have been war for centuries. They find the lost sword of Imperiex. They solved a 100-year-old alien murder mystery. That shit sounds awesome. I would love to read
Yeah.
all of those. Those
Yeah.
are all an arc in their own. And maybe he'll tell them in the future. I don't know, but I like Superman. Just give me more. Give me
It,
like,
it
the
is
actual
good,
content.
yeah. And I do.
Also-
Joshua Williamson writes a really good Lex Luthor.
Jimmy Olsen loves Silver Banshee.
What?
Jimmy kind of got the fade.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jimmy. That's a modern day
little
Jimmy
fling.
Olsen
The,
right
the issue
there.
starts with Silver Banshee.
know that
She's like
there's a-
making breakfast.
Did you know that there's a tracker in there, a CIA tracker, and it's beeping and it's red?
Is it beeping and glowing red?
Silver Banshee's like
Um,
making breakfast, and she's calling to Jimmy, just like, "Hey, on, you're gonna be late to the Daily Planet." So that's revealed at the end that Jimmy's living with her.
By the way, I read Superboy Man of Tomorrow. The second issue came out on DC Universe. It is like if you asked an AI, write me a Superboy story, because like every other panel is like, man, I really wish the other Young Justice members were here. Bart would do this and Tim would do that. And then he's like, on other pages, he's like, this isn't a job for Superman. This is a job for Superboy. It's like
All-timer.
the most generic fucking Superboy content of all time. Like if you ask an AI, give me a Connor Kent Superboy script, that's it.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's fair. Is that all your
Round
comments? you read?
robin.
I read.
I also read World's Finest.
Oh, okay. I also read that. If you want.
I really don't have much to say about World's Finest. It's actually kind of cool that like Wade covers so many different teams of like that era. Like you get the Challengers of the Unknown,
Challenges, you know.
you get the
yeah.
Metal Men, you get the Doom Patrol, like very Silver Age.
Yeah,
which
it's
is
fun
cool.
to see, but yeah,
Yeah.
it was a fun issue. Still Metamorpho arc, which is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The art is great. I mean, it's cool.
It ends with Robin's driving the Batmobile, and
It
suddenly
fucks. It fucks.
it is really good. Suddenly, the whole Batmobile, just like the steering wheel locks, like just driving straight towards a brick wall, and then I turn
Isn't
the
that you
page,
driving
and
to work
that's
every
the
day?
end. Literally every day.
You're just like, "Ah!"
I started to use my lanyard. I tie it around my steering wheel, and I
You
just
just
lean
yank your-
back, and I just
Yeah.
Mhm.
It makes sense.
That's how I steer. Mhm.
Tell me about Guardians
Guardians
of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the
It was
Galaxy
good.
was really cool. Yeah.
It was good. It's funny going from the movie a couple weeks ago to this, and I know it's like I never would ever put the movie versions of characters above the comic versions, but they are so different, and I'm just like, why is Nebula like making jokes like that? But it's a good issue. I really like it. It's
Yeah.
interesting. I like this cowboy version of Peter. I like this line he says where there's a character that tells him like, "This isn't your fight, Peter," and then Pete says, "We're the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's always our fight." Like I like stuff like that.
Mhm.
It's cool. It's good stuff. I
Yeah.
enjoy it. The art's
Not
good.
too much.
I like Kev
happened.
Walker. Yeah, nothing
There's-
happened in this issue, and I don't. I. It's hard to read a Guardians of the Galaxy book without Rocket Raccoon. But
Yeah, he's
it's a
supposed
good
to
book.
arrive in issue 4. This is issue
4?
2.
Ooh,
Yeah.
jeez.
So next month, no Rocket, but the month after that, it's Rocket.
Next month they're going to explain what the Groot fall is finally.
Yeah, why is Groot
that's-
destroying planets?
Is it
What?
King Groot? King Groot?
What did Groot do? Yes, it's King Groot. God.
Miles Morales, real quick. It was a Carnage tie-in, but it's the same creative team as
What is it
Miles, so
tying
it's still
into?
good. Carnage Reigns, part 2 of 7.
Isn't there a book coming out called like The Death of Carnage or something like that?
Well,
Is that
this-
this? Is that Carnage Reigns?
I don't know.
This
But
is like
that's-
reading like a '90s Bat book where all of a sudden you're on a Robin issue and it's like part 4 of like 8, and you're just like, what the fuck?
But the
Yeah,
thing
exactly.
is, it
Yeah,
didn't
Contagion or
feel,
whatever,
It was
yeah.
actually like this was almost like a 10 out of 10 issue because it's a simple story. Something happened in part 1 that blew up a street, and Miles and Scorpion of all people fall through, and they're stuck in New York sewers, and they're trying to find a way out.
Yuck.
And on their way, so they have to work together, Scorpion and Miles, and there's 2 civilians that they find on their way, so they're trying to save them as well. But Carnage could turn himself to his face to look like anyone, so they don't know if like Carnage is one of these people.
That's interesting.
It's Among Us.
I was gonna say The Thing, but sure, Among Us.
But yeah,
it's Among Us.
It's Miles and Scorpion, but the Scorpion's actually really funny in this because he just wants people to die, and Miles is like, no man, we gotta save them. And there's a line where Miles, like, something falls, and Miles goes, "Everyone good? Scorpion, are we good?" And Scorpion says, "We? You speaking French? There ain't no we, kid." I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, the whole issue is just them trying to find their way out. But by the time they get out, it's revealed that one of the people that saved was Carnage, and then a fight scene happens. It's like to be continued in part 3, which I won't read. It's a good issue. It's a good issue. I got a ton of other stuff, but like I didn't read everything. Like Hulk kind of set up the next run, but I'm not gonna read it. So yeah,
Cool.
I guess that's it. Harper, thoughts on everything?
Thoughts on everything.
Well, Harper, I only have a few minutes here, but I really do want to hear about this Flash talk that you have.
Right.
Oh yeah.
That's
Go ahead,
really
go
good,
ahead,
JD.
Professor Zoom.
That's awesome that you say that. We'll see you next week because we're not gonna have time.
No,
We're not gonna. No, we will.
tease it,
No, I'm
tease it.
telling you. No, we'll okay. Tease it. I don't know. The Flash is.
My name is Barry Allen.
coming out in roughly 4 weeks. Yeah, I'm the
Movie?
fastest man alive. The Flash is a movie coming out in like 4 weeks, right?
Mhm.
I am not really excited to see it at all. JD moderately, very excited probably.
Wally West
Hunter
Easter egg, here we come.
can't wait. Tyler thinks
Wally
it'll be his
West
favorite
Easter
movie
egg.
of all time.
I know it'll be
My
favorite
thing
movie
is
of all
that-
time.
Well, like unlike Spider-Verse, I'm like excited to see, but like Flash, the thing that I would dread the most is having to go to a movie theater and have to pay for a ticket to see the Flash.
Just
So I'll
sneak
see you next week for the Flash quiz where I pay for whoever the fuck wins ticket to see
Oh
the Flash.
no!
See you next week.
It's our 5-year anniversary episode. It's the Flash.
Oh,
God
I'm
damn
the
it.
one who doesn't know Flash.
I should have
no,
the
but-
advantage
but-
here, right?
JD totally does.
It's not all Flash questions, but it is scaled. So Tyler, your questions are fucking
Worth less?
no, they're just harder, I think.
Oh god damn it. Oh.
In
gonna study.
1959, it's the Flash number 110.
Harper, just give me Sonic questions. He's a speedster.
Oh god.
You have a Zelda question. You have a Zelda question.
Oh, I want to do it now, but we can't. Okay, I'm
Nah, we don't have
excited.
time.
I'm
We don't have
excited.
time.
What's with you buying everyone's tickets?
You mean my
It's, I've
tickets?
got
Yeah, he's only been buying
Okay.
Tyler's tickets.
I got
But sh-
nothing else
Well,
to do.
shout out to Harper. He bought all of our Spider-Verse tickets too, right?
That's true.
Oh yeah, yeah. I bought Zoom for the next 20 years as well.
All right, yeah, we'll see you guys next week for our 5-year anniversary. And the Flash final episode is out. Maybe some of us will watch them. We'll talk about that just because it's
I
the
won't.
final. Okay, I guess I don't think any of us will actually. But
I'll
yeah,
watch clips on YouTube.
Same. Bada booey.